basketball players that we've covered, a Holbrook girl and a couple of Page girls, and I'm looking forward to that. But first things first, good luck Snowflake, good luck Round Valley, good luck St. John's, and see you next week.
All right, Derek, thanks for being here. All right, folks, we will wrap up this portion of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show by saying a big thank you to our sponsoring partners that without them we could not get done the job that we get to do. It's a privilege to be able to do it. And we want to thank great partners like the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency. Troy Merrill with a location in the Springerville Eager, a location in the Wagon Wheel area as well. Reach out to Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance and find out what they can do for you. Big thank you goes out to Summit Healthcare. Summit Healthcare. And they've got those free booster clinics coming up in December and January. Look for more details on that from Sports Zone Radio as we go along. Great part. Thank you to Summit Healthcare for the partnership they provide us here at Sports Zone Radio. Big thank you to Cellular One of Northeast Arizona. They've been here since the very beginning. Thank you, Cellular One. Beeler Orthodontics as well, partners of ours on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Thanks goes out to Ace Hardware and to the Hallmark Gold Crown Store in Pine Top. Hey, folks, open house tomorrow at the Hallmark Gold Crown Store. And it's all day long. They'll have cookies and refreshments for you at the Hallmark Gold Crown Store. And, of course, new Christmas ornaments and so much more. Check it out. It's an open house all day long at the Hallmark in Pine Top tomorrow. Big thank you goes out to Beam and Well Drilling, Paul Wyatt, and the great people at the Beam and Well Drilling. Thank you, guys, for your partnership on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Thanks goes out to White Mountain Regional Medical Center, newest partners of ours here, the hospital in Springerville. Thank you, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, for partnering with us here at Sports Zone Radio. Thank you to Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance, serving the entire White Mountains with great service. Thank you, Joe Bjorn, State Farm Insurance. And to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, partners of ours. And, of course, they bring you the halftime breakdown during our Game of the Week broadcast as well. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, partners on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The game is next, folks. Stand by for more right here at Sports Zone Radio.
It's that time of year again. You can feel the excitement in the air. You know what? It's our kickoff to savings event at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. And you don't want to miss our award-winning lineup of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. $24.99! $24.99! Hut, hut! New Toyota Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, 4Runners, Tacomas, and Tundras. We have the best inventory in the White Mountains, plus our low price guarantee. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. 286! 286! Hut, hut! Don't miss our kickoff to savings at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
See dealer for details.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome into Snowflake High School for a big one tonight. It's the quarterfinals in the 3A state playoffs, and the Snowflake Lobos are getting set to take on the Thatcher Eagles. Snowflake is the number 2 ranked team, the number 2 seed in the tournament. Thatcher, number 10. Number 10 as we get set to bring it to you tonight. Snowflake with a 9-1 record on the season. Thatcher comes in at 7-3. Hi, folks. I'm Floyd Simmons on the play-by-play call, and tonight our analyst is a guy that called the game last week for us here at Sports Zone Radio as our play-by-play guy. Now he joins me in the booth. His name is Patrick Austin. Patrick, good evening. Welcome in.
Hey, good evening, Floyd. It's great to be here. What a great atmosphere out here tonight. Man, the national anthem with the flag on the north side of the field. Humongous flag, I believe, is provided by Hatch, Jared Hatch, and man, it's just a great atmosphere. Some fireworks going off as the Lobos run out on the field. Lots of people here tonight, trickling in on the Thatcher side. It's going to be a great night for football.
Unfortunately, our audience watching on video, just by, 45 seconds or so, missed that great open, that intro with the players coming out and the fireworks here at Cholo High School. But that's okay, everybody, because we expect a lot of fireworks out of the Lobos here in this one tonight. But that team on the other side is quite capable as well, and they come off an impressive first-round playoff victory over Push Ridge. So we welcome you in here. Let's talk for a bit about what Snowflake has to get done. First of all, Patrick, Snowflake is somewhat limited with at least one key injury, and that's Lance Christensen, who broke his thumb. Lance was playing kind of a hybrid linebacker position for the team throughout the season, and he is a terrific defender for sure. And he also plays on that offense. They're giving him some time on that side of the ball. With a broken thumb, kind of hard to catch the ball, though he looked okay in warm-ups today. He is available, though he may not probably play tonight. Lance Christensen represents a certain degree of loss, even for a deep team like Snowflake.
Absolutely, and I'm getting the same word, Floyd, that you're getting on Lance. As he is available. He has a cast on his hand. They're going to try to hold him out just to give him maybe one more week of rest if they can. If it's not an opportunity, then he's going to come in and play. But one good positive thing tonight, and I'm trying to think of his first name, but Newbie is how I know him by for the Snowflake Lobos. He is back from his ankle injury. That's Dustin Newbie. And he's back tonight and will be in that starting lineup. And what a player he is. They missed him the last couple of weeks, and he's back.
Hey, I got to tell you that there is a wrinkle defensively that Snowflake is going to throw at this Thatcher team, okay? And I'll tell you now, because we are so close to game time, that the intelligence on that isn't going to filter its way to the Thatcher sideline, I don't think, before they actually see what Snowflake is going to do defensively. The Lobos are going to change their front. They're going to run a 5-3-3 defense at Thatcher to start the game tonight. Thatcher's got an outstanding center that when he's uncovered with a 4-man front, he will pull off the ball, go back, and he gives help one way or the other, left or right, and really does a great job to blow the middle open for that running game that Thatcher has. Snowflake has decided that they need to do something about that, and they have determined that that thing is to go to a 5-man front, which they'll start out doing defensively tonight. So, we saw Snowflake change things up in the championship game last year to great effect in a win over Yuma Catholic, and they're going to try to change things up defensively against a great running team, Thatcher, tonight.
I've been really impressed with this defensive squad for Snowflake all year long. They've done a great job, and the coaching staff has come up with good schemes every week. They've changed it out throughout the year. You're right. The one that kind of stands out is in the state championship game last year. But switching things up isn't out of the ordinary for the Lobos, especially the last couple of years. They have so many athletes on that defensive side. They can go into a formation, shake things up, and give teams different looks. And that's what they're going to do tonight. This Thatcher Eagles team, primarily a running team, and they're going to go in and say, you're going to have to beat us with the pass.
We're going to get to see that 5-man front here first, because Snowflake will kick the ball off to start this quarterfinal playoff game against Thatcher. The Thatcher Eagles going to be led on offense by their senior quarterback, Wyatt Larson. Larson's got the dimensions. He looks wonderful in his uniform. 6'4" and 215. I mean, that's what you want your quarterback to look like in most cases, and he really throws the ball well. Got a great throwing motion, has a lot, puts a lot on it. Looked good in the warm-ups, but, they don't tend to use him a lot. What they do with him a lot is the read option. He can run that extremely well. They'll start that offense in all likelihood running out of the shotgun, and that's about what we're going to look at here as we get it underway. The ball is fielded at the 2-yard line on Snowflake's opening kick, brought back toward the left, and then back to the middle, and that's Slade Shoup that has the ball, and he gets knocked down in the vicinity of the 20-yard line as this one is now officially underway. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome in, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Patrick Austin on the play-by-play call, and our crack video production team led by Derek Simmons, our producer. Our technical director is Noah Anderson. Working with Noah as well in that production aspect is Big Joe Matthews. Our statistician is the lovely Sonia Simmons. And, of course, working on our production team, doing camera work as well here is Fernando Quintana as, look at this, Thatcher comes out against that 5-man front and decides they're going to go right to the air, and they deliver a completed pass for 22 yards to the 41-yard line. On the receiving end of the pass from Wyatt Larson was Brandon.
It's actually a really good play, and bad news for the Lobos as they came out with 3 receivers to their right and just ran a really nice pass play, and great execution on Thatcher's part.
And they get that defense on its heels right from the get-go, and here's a handoff off the right side. Carrying the football for Thatcher, and his first touch tonight was Joshua Mangum. He is a 5'8", 160-pound senior for Thatcher, and he's good for 6 yards on that first down carry.
Yeah, Thatcher looking good so far, coming out with 2 big plays to start this game, and you're right, Floyd, has the Lobos on their heels a little bit, wondering what's coming next for the Eagles.
Got a split left, slot that side. They'll run the read option. Quarterback keeps, and Larson lowers the boom on that defensive back for Snowflake, and that will go into Snowflake territory. A big gain to get the first down and a whole lot more. That's a gain of 13 yards for Larson to the Snowflake 40-yard line.
Yeah, great play, great option. Great job by the quarterback. He read that end. Munoz coming off that end, and he read him and just kept the ball, got up the field, got a first down.
Thatcher moves the ball to the Snowflake 40-yard line. Their opening drive, witnessing some success. Snowflake loading that D line. They got 6 guys in the box there, and here's the give off the right side, and that'll be a short gain. The most modest of the gains so far early on for Thatcher in this opening possession. Brandon Napier again with the ball, and it looks like he is going to gain 2 yards to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play. We'll see what this is. They're actually waving that flag off, so no flag on the play. And going to get a couple of yards for that running back. That play just took a little bit too long to develop, I think, for the Eagles. And the Lobos, you're not going to be able to show them that too often tonight, as they'll read that all night long. So nice job by the Lobos there on defense.
10:21 on the clock here in the first quarter. So we welcome you in the opening possession of the game for the Eagles. And they will line up with 2 running backs flanking the quarterback in shotgun. He gives left side, picking his way for a gain across the Snowflake 35-yard line is the Thatcher running back, Cody Jones, carrying the ball this time. And Cody looks like he's going to be good for 5 yards. He gets it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Lobos tightening up a little bit on defense. Big third down here for the Lobos. 3rd and about 3, and maybe 4 down territory here for the Eagles.
Didn't get a good look at what they can do with the kicking game, but they are not of the mind to try a 50-yarder right here. 3rd down and 3, handoff right side, and that's a first down gain. And that is going to go to the Snowflake. Well, right at about the Snowflake 25-yard line. They'll mark him down there, 8 yards. The gain up the middle, and the Thatcher running game certainly looking terrific after that opening pass that netted them 22 yards to start the drive. They've been running steadily and successfully ever since.
Look, this Thatcher offensive line is humongous. I'm looking at number 71, Scott Ambler, their right tackle. He's a junior. He's 6'4", 320 pounds. They're very big up front, and they're pushing that Snowflake defensive line around right now.
First down, Thatcher at the Snowflake 25-yard line. Handoff right side, and there's a hit right at the line of scrimmage that will produce just a 1-yard gain. The minimalist of offensive gains so far in this one, and I believe the guy that carried the ball was Joshua Mangum on that play. 1 yard gain on the play.
Yeah, the Lobos must have heard me say they were getting pushed around a little bit, because a great job on that play, just stopping the run. Very short gain on the play.
The drive continues. 2nd down 9. Thatcher throwing to the end zone. This one to the back corner. That is going to be, there's contact right as the ball got there, and it's incomplete. Defensively back there on coverage for Snowflake was Jace LeSueur, and it looks like the receiver they were trying to target in the corner was Slade Shoop.
That was actually a great pass by the Thatcher quarterback, right where it was supposed to be. If anybody was going to catch that ball, it was going to be that receiver for the Eagles. But a nice play, nice adjustment by LeSueur. Just kind of pushed him right at the last minute where he couldn't come down with the ball.
Taking a look at the replay right there. And again, here is that's pretty good timing right there. The official thought it was simultaneous. It's 3rd down and 9 now, and a great pass catch combination right side. Block on the edge by Shoop, and the receiver has it into the end zone for the Thatcher touchdown. That's Brandon Napier. Holland in the pass. It's kind of like a downfield screen is what he got. Great block to get him around the side, and they took advantage of the fact that Snowflake did not really have any sort of safety help over the top on that side. I believe that was a 24-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, blown coverage there by the Lobos defense, as they just did. They just ran a little sweet pass out to the right. They had one receiver out there with a defensive back on him, and he made a good block, and he could have walked into the end zone. Nice play call by the Eagles.
Great opening drive for Thatcher. As they put the 6 on the board, they grab the early lead, and the snap is through the hands of the holder, and that is going to roll around. The kicker trying to find somebody to throw the ball to. He lofts it to the end zone, and it's knocked down incomplete. Well, that got crazy for just a moment. Circus antics out there, and it is incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is what it amounted to is no good, as Thatcher puts the first points on the board here in the first period. And we'll grab a timeout, everybody. Thanks for joining us. The kick coming up. Thatcher 6, Snowflake. Chance to get the ball for the first time in just a moment. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Hey, back in, everybody. Snowflake High School. And Floyd Simmons here on the play-by-play call for Sports Zone Radio. Our Game of the Week presentation brought to you by Hatch Toyota. I'm joined by Patrick Austin as Thatcher will kick it away. The low liner is fielded at the 11-yard line by the Lobos. A little room for Camden Brimhall around the right side. And Camden gets knocked down at the Snowflake 35-yard line. That'll be good field position for the Lobos to begin their opening possession of the night. We'll get to see the senior quarterback, Caden Cantrell, with state championship experience under his belt, bring that offense out to get started. Snowflake down 6-0.
Well, we'll see if the Lobos can counter here. I got to say, I was impressed with that Thatcher offense. I heard your pregame show and heard one of the announcers for the Thatcher Eagles say that the Thatcher Eagles, they just kind of click in the playoffs. And, man, they clicked on that first drive, and that was impressive. The Lobos going to need to figure a few things out.
Cantrell in the shotgun, lines it up 5 yards behind his center. Snowflake will go with the bunch receiver set to the left side, and they want to throw on their first offensive play, and that's not going to work out. Quarterback sack and a 7-yard loss as Thatcher gets it done in the middle, and the guy that got it done for them across that front was Jacob Rasmussen, a junior defensive lineman. Rasmussen wraps him up, knocks him down, and a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, nice play by the defensive line. He just pushed and got to the quarterback. Cantrell maybe finding the wrong hole to try to squeeze through there. But big play to start this game for the Thatcher defense.
Well, now Snowflake, in all likelihood, is going to have to throw again, at least sometime soon. Here's a pitch, left side. Jet McRae, well, just about took care of all of that. McRae, who's a sophomore, getting a chance to play a lot in that backfield with the absence of Lance Christensen. And he ends up with a 15-yard gain, taking it out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, this kid's been impressive all year long. He just keeps getting better and better as a sophomore. And I know this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in his running game.
Well, that speed that is so familiar to Snowflake fans. And here's a sophomore bringing more of it to the offense. And he'll get a lot of playing time tonight. He lines up right now just to the left of the quarterback in that three-man backfield for Snowflake. Now they'll shift to a slot right. This is an illegal formation. They're going to have to, if there's confusion, Patrick, they had 5 guys in the backfield. They had an uncovered tight end, not an uncovered tight end. They had an uncovered tackle, I believe, on that. They had to call timeout and try to figure out exactly what it is that they wanted to get accomplished. So Snowflake burns a timeout.
Yeah, I know they're trying to go a little bit of a different formation, just shake things up a little bit on offense. Maybe not the right time to do that here in the quarterfinals of a playoff game. But right there, just not being able to get in that right formation that Coach Reddick wanted them to get into.
3rd down and 2 to go here. Ball at the 43-yard line. Snowflake resets the offense. 7 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. 6-0. Thatcher on top. Winner of this game moves on to the semifinals. Round Valley is playing tonight at Yuma Catholic for a chance to do the very same thing, move on to the semis. There's another shift, and this is now a legal set. And here's the throw right side, trying to hit Camden Brimhall on a little short out route. They had 2 guys split out that side and trying to run the defense off and give a little opening for Camden, but that is incomplete. And it brings up 4th down and a couple.
Yeah, he had him open. Cantrell had Brimhall open right at the 1st down marker, just threw it a little bit too far out in front of him and unable to complete that. And here comes Crockett on to punt.
Unfortunate, Patrick, that Snowflake couldn't convert on a 3rd down and 2. And while it's not the end of the world, I mean, we got a lot of football left to be played here. You know that they'd like to have that opportunity back. Here is a great punt. He didn't get it. It didn't get the spiral or the end over, but it's a great punt nonetheless. And that is dropped after the reception. And then Snowflake able to cover up the receiver. It turns into a great punt that flips the field, and Thatcher will have to work from inside their 10-yard line after Samuel Crockett, the Rocket, launches a great punt for Snowflake.
Yeah, that was a great punt by Crockett and great coverage from the punt team there, getting down and getting the Eagles back on their own 10-yard line. So nice job by the Lobos. Gonna need to come up with something here though, because Eagles looking really good offensively.
From their own 9-yard line, Thatcher goes straight up the middle, and that's going to get them a pretty decent gain. They'll be close to a 1st down after a gain that crossed the 15 and got to nearly the 20-yard line. Pretty well done, straight up the middle. And I do believe that the guy that got the carry was Joshua Mangum.
Yeah, he's running hard, and maybe the Lobos concentrating too much on maybe trying to strip the ball rather than just bringing the running back down. As I'm looking at the replay here, and they need to make that initial tackle rather than letting him get in a few more yards after the carry.
That might have been Aiden Bingham, actually, that carried the football on that last play, as we get a give toward the right side, and that's Bingham. That's Aiden Bingham carrying the football. And
looks like it is still
have a look here. I believe that they had gained 9 yards on the previous play and then 2 yards on this play. 1 yard. A 1 yard gain on this last play. Scratch that. It was 2. Sorry about that. Our statistician is getting confused with me now here.
Oh.
That's the lovely Sonia Simmons. And the give up the middle. After we get it all sorted out and a 1st down for Thatcher at the 20-yard line, the give will go for about 3 yards and bring up 2nd down for Thatcher.
Man, what a hit by Wengert, though, as he comes right through that line. Wengert, he likes to fly up from that free safety spot, and boom, that actually wasn't Wengert. That was number 58, I believe, for the Lobos. I apologize. So 58, that's Jordan Mowers with the hit on the play.
Second down play coming up. 2nd and 6 after that previous 4-yard gain. Here is a huge collision. That's Wengert getting involved on that play and helping to put an end to the progress, but not before the first down is picked up. You get another great replay look from field level. Carrying the football on that play was Cody Jones. And Cody is knocked down at the 30, so that's an even 6-yard gain.
Lobos unable to answer right now. They just getting first down after 1 or 2 plays, getting first downs on second downs. That's big for this Eagle team and kind of wearing this Lobo defense down.
2 first downs already on this series, and the ball at the 30-yard line. Here's a quick toss off the back foot. It's in the hands of the receiver going down the seam. But Aiden Bingham could not. Nope, that's not Bingham. Pardon me on that. That is Landon Peterson targeted for Thatcher, and he could not haul it in. Incomplete.
Yeah, great pass. Should have been completed. That would have been another big gain, 10, 12 yards on the play, but unable to come up with the ball. Luckily that didn't go back and get intercepted by one of those Lobos linebackers.
Could have been a big play either way, right?
Yes.
Snowflake should feel fortunate that did not come down. 2nd down and 10. Quarterback keeps, lost the handle, got it back, and goes down just right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained 2 yards on the play at the end of it. Larson averts the disaster by hanging on to the ball there. Wow.
Wow, that was close. Close to going on the ground. Here's a big opportunity for the Lobos. This is 3rd down and 8. Probably the longest 3rd down play of the night for the Eagles so far. So big play here.
Thatcher from their own 32-yard line. They put a man in motion. They will hand it off to Aiden Bingham. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and gets denied. Turned away in the middle of the Snowflake defense. We'll take a look. We'll be able to peel it apart here on the replay. Bingham has it, and he just got met immediately, and he can't really make it out.
I didn't get a number.
I think it was Bryce White for Snowflake that made the play. If that sounds familiar. 4th down coming up. Snowflake will get the ball back. Here's the punt. And that knuckleball will hit at the Snowflake 38-yard line and take a nice Thatcher bounce inside the 30. And Snowflake, after yielding a couple of first downs on that possession to Thatcher, are able to make the stop, get the ball back, and their offense will go back to work.
Well, maybe figuring a few things out there on their offense. Thatcher with some good success, especially on that veer, that little option play, and maybe the Snowflake Lobos are seeing that a little bit better defensively, as they did a great job on those last couple of plays.
3 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Snowflake gets it back, and they've got it at their own 30-yard line. The shotgun set. Noah Baum was split out left, and now he is going to come tight to the formation. The bunch set just left of the tackle, and they'll pull the guard to pitch it left side, and Camden Brimbahall shows some life for that Snowflake offensive attack, and he got 15 yards on this gain out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a little after the play stuff going on there too. Camden a little upset. Maybe they should hand him the ball again right now.
Feeling it, right? Got that emotional lift after that. Nice tackle by Aiden Bingham, I believe, the defender on the play for Thatcher. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 45. Here's another shift. They'll move the tight end right to left. And hand it off. Big hole. Camden again. You asked for it. And you got it, Patrick Austin. 14-yard gain and another first down into Thatcher territory.
Yeah, just a nice job by that offensive line. big hole this time as I see Brock Fish kind of pull out on that end. Coming down was Wengert with a big block, and a nice run by Camden Brimhall, and pick up another first down for the Lobos.
That was a textbook block, wasn't it, by Wengert?
Oh, man, it was great.
Did a great job. It turns into, actually, it was a 13-yard gain as we relook at it. Play action, throw deep, left side. Noah Baum in man coverage down that sideline against man coverage. And that's going to be too long. The defender was Brandon Napier, but Caden Cantrell's pass was a little bit too long for Noah Baum. It's incomplete to bring up second down.
You got to give him a shot, Floyd. Cantrell, he's got to give him a shot. He's got to put that ball up to where he has a chance to catch it. That was uncatchable. That was clear out of bounds by Cantrell, and you just got to get that ball to him. He'll catch it if you can get it to him. So need to do a little better job there.
I also like the matchup right there. I mean, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
I think that Noah Baum wins that matchup pretty much every time if it's a jump ball. Here's the pitch right side. It was behind Camden Brimhall. He got it. He's up the field. There's a marker down behind the play. So we're going to have to check and see if it does stand. If it does, that is, boy, inside the 15-yard line. A beautiful run by Camden. But it is apparently coming back, and that's going to be an illegal block called against Snowflake to erase a terrific run by Camden. Boy, Camden is on fire right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and I'm trying to see where this is at because this is very unfortunate for the Lobos because I believe it came on the opposite side. And so you hate those kind of penalties that really don't have anything to do with the play and takes away a huge run by Camden.
15-yard penalty, replay second down, so it'll be.
So they mark off the 15 yards against Snowflake. It comes all the way back into Snowflake territory to the 46-yard line. It is a 15-yard penalty. Boy, instead of inside the 15 of Thatcher, Snowflake is at their own 46-yard line. That's a mini disaster.
Yeah, it really is, but Lobos showing some signs of good things happening here as they kind of stalled out on that first drive, so that first possession.
They put Wengert in motion, fake it up the middle. They'll throw to Wengert, but it's a little too high for him to handle, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up third down, stop the clock with 1:59 remaining here in the first quarter. Snowflake's second possession of the day. They went 3 and out the first time, and they are in danger after 2 great runs that picked up first downs early on in the series. They're in danger of putting themselves in a position to give the ball back to Thatcher.
Yeah, let's see what they come up with here. The Eagles are leaving the middle of the field open. They're playing a lot of man coverage. They're going to get an offsides here, so they'll gain 5 of that back. So that's a good call there to try to get them to come offsides, get a little bit of that out, and make it a little bit of a more manageable, even though it's still 3rd down and 20.
That's the psychology of football right there, isn't it? A young high school defensive lineman is pinning his ears back in that situation, isn't he? He's ready to come after the quarterback and take advantage of that, get 5 back. The ball goes back inside Thatcher territory. Down the middle, you asked for it. It's incomplete, but that's going to be pass interference on the defender. And he did get a hand on the Snowflake receiver. The guy over the middle trying to haul that in. The receiver was Davin McRae, and he got his trailing arm, I think, hooked by the defender before the ball got there. That's a good call by the official. Thatcher fans might not like it. Nicholas Puzas was the defender, but he definitely made that early contact.
Yeah, he kind of grabbed that backside arm right before the ball got there, so that is a good call. And not going to be a first down, though. Going to bring it third and about 3.
15-yard penalty, and the ball is to about the 35-yard line of Thatcher now. That's much more manageable for Snowflake. And Caden Cantrell will tuck, decide to throw. He's got a wide-open receiver downfield. He finds him. Catch made into the end zone. Touchdown, Snowflake.
Funny thing is, sitting up here top, Floyd, Caden Cantrell missing McRae early in that play. He could have thrown that ball, catch it and throw. That's how open he was, and it just took him a minute to see him in the middle of the field wide open. There wasn't anybody within 15 yards of Gavin McRae.
Davin McRae hauls it in, a 35-yard Snowflake touchdown pass. The Lobos get on the board, and a chance now for Samuel Crockett, the Rocket, to put his team in front, and he nails the point after. Snowflake does grab the lead here as we close out the first period. Get a word in from Summit Healthcare, everybody. A minute 55 remaining first quarter. Snowflake 7, Thatcher 6. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
It couldn't be easier scheduling your next appointment at Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic. And Summit's new roster of orthopedic surgeons includes Dr. Jeffrey Cornelson. Dr. Cornelson brings experience and expertise specializing in joint replacement, arthroscopy, rotator cuff repair, ACL reconstruction, and much more. Schedule your next appointment now. Same day and next day appointments are available. Contact Summit Healthcare at 928-537-6700. That's 928-537-6700.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
Welcome back as the Lobos kick it off to the Eagles. And nice coverage again by the Lobos as they aren't able to get that out to the 20-yard line. So that's going to start their their possession here at about the 14-yard line. So nice job by the Snowflake Lobos. We'll see what happens here. The Eagles have done a great job, like we mentioned, offensively. Kind of stalled out in that second possession of the first quarter. A minute 46 left to go in this first quarter. A lot of shotgun action for the Eagles as they have two receivers to the right, kind of that same formation that they've been running, and a little option play to that weak side of the field. And I'm telling you, this kid just won't go down. I'll try to get a number. That's number 30 for the Eagles. That's Joshua Mangum, mentioned quite a few times tonight, as he just keeps those legs driving. And the Lobos have got to do a better job because they make good initial contact, but aren't getting him to the ground, trying to strip the ball rather than just make the tackle. So that's going to be a first down, brings the ball out to about the Eagle 25, 24-yard line for a first down. Again, the option play. The quarterback decides to keep it, and that was the wrong play. That was the wrong decision by that quarterback, as the running back was running down the sideline, not touched. But the quarterback decided to keep it, and that was a nice tackle and no gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. "44 seconds left. They're going to get another play off here. Two receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Shotgun formation again. He's back to pass, going to throw a little out route. Nice pass, nice catch. Able to get to the sideline and going to be out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That's going to be another Eagle first down, and that'll stop the clock with 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Lobos up 7-6. Been an entertaining first quarter. Both teams playing well and doing a good job. You can tell that this is a playoff atmosphere, as there's a lot of physical play going out there on the field, especially with that humongous Thatcher offensive line. Another handoff to Mangum, and he just won't go down. Picks up about another 7 yards.
Gain of about 7 yards on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. And that might be the last play of the first quarter.
As the clock runs down, 5 seconds, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Lobos up 7-6. But the Eagles driving here, and they'll have the ball and opportunity to get another first down and start the second quarter. We'll be right back after a few messages here from our sponsors.
Need COVID relief? Cellular One is here to help with free unlimited data to individuals on qualifying government assistance through the Emergency Broadband Program. On government assistance or the free or reduced hot lunch or breakfast programs, then you may qualify for this special limited time program. Cellular One can help with free talk and text and free unlimited data. Find out how to qualify at any Cellular One store near you. Emergency Broadband is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to 1 line per household.
The year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend with his team behind 17-0. He was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, as we start the second quarter. Any idea where he might have been right there at the start of that?
Looks like it's down to the 20.
Here's a pass completion for Thatcher that takes it to the Snowflake 29-yard line. I believe that is a 24-yard pass play on that last play. And Thatcher will hand it off, trying to come around the left side. They give the ball to Cody Jones here on this first down play, and that'll be a gain of just a bit. How about a gain of 4 yards on this play as we get the second quarter underway? The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. As we welcome you back, everybody.
Huge miss by the officials there on that pass play. That was a pretty obvious bounce into the receiver's hands, and he did not complete that, but kind of a bad angle for the official. Didn't see it, and that's a big play for the Eagles.
Did we get a good look on the replay? As we look at a pass attempt off the right side toward the Thatcher sideline, that's incomplete off the intended receiver's hands. Thatcher trying to get the ball to Slade Shoup. Did we have a replay on that?
Yeah, I saw the replay on it. It was kind of from the side a little bit, but it bounced. I mean, you could see it.
I guess we're going to take another look at it. There's that field level camera. And the throw over the middle, and it is, well, a little hard to see. We didn't freeze it right there where the catch was made. We'll say that was a close one for sure. Third down play coming up. They'll do the read option. Handoff, left side. Probably the wrong read. Great job defensively by Snowflake, as the guy who really keyed it defensively was Lance Christensen. He's out there with the broken thumb playing on that defense. He just got it casted. You'll see on the replay as they hand it off, try to get outside, and boy, look at that. Lance setting the edge so well on that play and giving his guys a chance as he gets help as well defensively out there on the tackle by Caden Brewer.
Here we go, fourth down. Looks like the Eagles are going to go for it. Big play here for the Lobos. They have an opportunity to stop and to retake possession.
That was a 0 gain on that last play to bring up now 4th down and 7. Larson, the quarterback, from the shotgun for Thatcher. They're on that left hash mark, so the wide side of the field is the right side. They'll throw that way toward the end zone. That's a jump ball, intercepted! Jace LeSueur comes down with it, and I think Jace is going to get a flag because he was a little demonstrative after the catch was made down near the goal line, but the play is going to stand. Interception. Snowflake gets the ball back here. Now, I will say this, as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. I'll say this, Patrick. That's pretty good. Most of the time on 4th down, you teach knock the ball down, right?
Right.
Knock the ball down, but going into the end zone to get the touchback, the ball would have came out to the 20, but I think you're going to, am I wrong? Was it not in the end zone?
So there was a flag on the play, so LeSueur is going to get called for unsportsmanlike. So it should have came out to the 20. It's going to be a 10-yard or half the distance probably to the goal line.
Okay.
And it's going to bring it to the 10-yard line. So
got it.
LeSueur making a great play on that, but we've seen it a little bit throughout the year. He can get a little crazy after a play, especially a big play. So unable to control his emotions on that one and kind of hurt the Lobos putting it on their 10-yard line.
Well, the key is that Snowflake does have the ball back, Lobo fans. They've got the ball. They'll work from their own 10-yard line with this new possession. They've got the lead, 7-6, 9:55 on the clock in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime reports. Don't forget it. Seven to 6, Snowflake in front. This quarterfinal matchup, the Lobos, the number 2 seed in the playoffs, taking on number 10, Thatcher. Thatcher got a nice win in round 1 of the playoffs over Push Ridge. Had to do it on the road, as a matter of fact. That earned them the right to come on the road again to Snowflake. The Lobos beat Monument Valley and put up 65 points in that victory. Handoff, or rather pitch right side, to Camden Brimhall. Did a nice job to avoid a loss on the play. And he made his way out just past the original line of scrimmage, or right at it anyway. We'll say a no gain. Well, this is early on. It's a very physical game, Patrick. You can see it, especially when we run those replays.
Yeah, very physical play. Tough call there. That's a sketchy play sometimes when you're trying to pitch the ball on your own 10-yard line.
Here's a bullet delivered out here to the right side off the arm of Caden Cantrell. He hits Noah Baum. Baum unable to escape, but enough for the first down. He gains 10 yards on the reception.
We might see that come back, Floyd. Obviously, one of the goals of the offensive coordinator is to set plays up, right? Set plays up. So a little hitch play, 10 yards, and a nice catch, and almost got around that receiver. And here's the little hitch and go, like we had talked about.
They came right to it.
Yeah,
they wasted no time.
Usually that takes a little time to develop, but went to it right away. And I don't know why Noah stopped on that play. Maybe the defender a little bit too far on him, thought Caden might throw it to him a little bit shorter, but unable to complete that pass.
Yeah, really good job, good discipline by the defender. I didn't catch the number out here on the near side. The guy that lines up fronting Noah right now before this next play is Brandon Napier, so maybe that was Brandon who made that play, was at least providing blanket coverage on Noah Baum, and the pass was incomplete too long.
I think you're going to see this Lobo offense take advantage a little bit of no free safety. Caden Cantrell, like you said, a senior quarterback, defending state champion. And there goes Camden Brimhall.
Yeah, Brimhall up the middle. And he's on his horse across the 40. He turns on the Jets. 20 and 10 into the end zone. Camden Brimhall goes the distance, 80 yards, and a Snowflake touchdown.
Kind of been waiting for Camden Brimhall to do that all year long. He has the speed. You know, we've talked about it. He's not the biggest running back that Snowflake's ever produced, but he's very shifty, he's very quick, and he is fast when he gets out in the open. And I've been waiting for it. He hasn't had too many of these all year long as far as a long run for a touchdown. But right there, just being able to catch the middle of the field. I was kind of mentioning while that play was being called about the Lobos taking advantage of the middle of the field. But I was thinking more, I don't want to take all the credit for that. I was thinking more of passing.
Yeah.
But they took advantage of it on the run, because once he got past the second level, he was gone.
There was nobody back there to provide the help. The outside defenders tried to converge and get to Camden, as you get a great look at him getting a much-needed rest on the sideline after that run, but there was no catch in Camden. He grabbed another gear when he got downfield. Did you see that?
Oh, I did.
I thought the defender was running stride for stride, and then Camden said, you know, I'm gonna throw it to fifth and leave you behind, and he did, and a nice run for the touchdown. Snowflake goes up 14-6 after that. And all of this after beginning the possession at their own 10-yard line. So how about a 4-play, 90-yard drive, if you want to call it that, that took just a minute and 1 second for the Lobos to get the points on the board. And now up by a touchdown. Crockett the Rocket will launch one into the end zone, a yard deep in. That'll be a touchback. And Thatcher will get no return. It comes out to the 20-yard line as we say, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Snowflake here tonight in their very patriotic fashion. The north end of the football field is adorned with the giantest American flag you have seen in a while.
It is. I mentioned it before the game started, how what this atmosphere is like here at Lobo Stadium, and it's impressive tonight.
I'd like to know who was responsible for that flag. We need to give them some credit. Here's the handoff.
I believe it's Jared Hatch. I'm not positive on that, but I believe that he provided it one week, and I think that's his truck out there. I apologize if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, so give him a little bit of credit. Another thing, Floyd, is if anybody has any updates on those other games, man, the Round Valley Yuma Catholic game, please send it in. St. John's playing tonight, so we'd love to hear some of those scores.
We'll jump to those scoring updates as soon as possible. 5-yard gain on that previous play. They'll give it on the jet sweep. Trying to get around here to the left side, and that is going to be maybe enough for the first down. I thought it was about a yard shy when it was all said and done. The ball carrier for Thatcher here on the near side is Cody Jones. Jones is a junior running back, 6'1", 195, got the good size, and trying to find some room to run out there on that edge. Just a massive bodies colliding. It ends up being, look, that was a bad spot. When you look at the replay right there, he clearly had the first down yardage.
Yeah, they gave him a first down.
They did give him the first down, but the ball has moved back about a half a yard, at least a half a yard. So gain of 5 on that last play. The ball at the 30-yard line, and they'll run read option right side. Pitch, marker down behind where the tackle is made for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Carrying the football this time, Joshua Mangum.
There's a penalty on the play.
And it'll be a 3 yard gain. Well, it would have been a 3 yard gain, but the hold is going to bring it all back. That hold will be marked off from the original line of scrimmage. So no gain, no yardage, no nothing there. Mark it back. It should go 15 yards, right?
10 it'll go 10. So it'll be first down and 20.
And it goes right back to the 20-yard line for the Thatcher offense at 7:27 on the clock here in the second quarter now. At halftime, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Thank you to Jace Green and the great people at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass for their partnership here at Sports Zone Radio. And we will give you the full breakdown at halftime. Boy, look at that hit! Wow, the catch is made by Thatcher's Brandon Napier, and then Garrett Flake with a great hit. And they're going to call that a catch and a fumble, although there's another official coming in to say, I don't think he made the catch. How about the hit by Garrett Flake? That one is going to be remembered for a long time. They say incomplete pass on the play, and I think it's the right call to bring up second down and long for Thatcher. How about the hit?
Man, I'm watching this replay right now, and that was just an impressive hit. Good tackling for him, too. Didn't lead in the head, just kind of turned his head, hit him with the shoulder. Good tackle, good timing. Nice job.
As good as you can play that play right there, isn't it?
Oh, man.
The only thing better is somehow you force the ball into the air and it's intercepted. That's about it. Second down and 20 now. Thatcher try to set up a screen over the middle. The pass is caught. There's a block that looked like it might have been a block in the back. And there's a late flag out. It's going to be about a 10-yard gain if it stands, which we don't expect. The guy on the receiving end, Joshua Mangum. I didn't see the call there. Did you see the call?
I didn't. I was looking at my phone. Somebody just updated me on a couple of scores, so I didn't. A lot of fans were yelling, a hold on that screen.
I think it was a block in the back, actually. And Brimhall, I think it was, Brimhall was also questioning to the officials, Matthew Brimhall. He got buried on that hit, and they're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul.
Once again, holding.
So that comes all the way back to the 15-yard line after they mark it. off against Thatcher. It'll be a replay of second down.
Wow, the script has changed here a little bit. We saw the Lobos struggling with some penalties, with some long second and third down plays, and now here are the Eagles.
Ball up to 15. Thatcher to throw. Ball tipped. Intercepted. Wangert has it. And Red Wangert, off of the tip from, I believe, Matthew Brimhall, gives Snowflake possession deep in Thatcher territory on the turnover.
Wow, the Lobos turning it on here in the second quarter. Great defensive play. All goes to Matt Brimhall on that. Just getting up, getting his fingers on the ball, getting the ball up in the air. And a nice adjustment by Wangert being able to come out with that.
You see the tip by Brimhall, and then Wangert just standing by. The tip drill comes through for Snowflake, and they've got it at the Thatcher 27-yard line after that. Well, this Snowflake team is blessed with so much athleticism, and you're watching it on display. There's a pass caught out on the far left side by the sophomore, Jet McCray. He hauls it in. He'll get knocked down just shy of the first down.
9 yards.
Yeah, there's that sophomore again, coming in big for the Lobos. I know Coach Reddick pretty well, and we talk a lot, and he's excited about this McCray kid. He was just talking about him last night, about his toughness, his quickness, his speed, and his hands. He's got great hands for a running back.
8-yard gain on that last play. Second down and short for the Lobos. The toss right side to McCray, and he'll get the first down, I believe. He'll knock him down at the 16-yard line. Should be a gain of 3 on the play for the first down. Snowflake will be moving the chains and working to put more points on the board against a tough Thatcher defense.
He's going to give him a first down. Ball on, you said, the 16-yard line. Great opportunity here for the Lobos to go up a couple of touchdowns. Appreciate Hunter Farr. He's texting me some updates. We'll be able to give those updates to you here in just a few minutes.
Tyler Clare ends up going split out from the formation left. They have 3 receivers out there. They run the spread to try to open something in the middle for Camden Brimhall, and he is good for 5 yards straight up the middle to the 11-yard line. And that'll bring up second down and 5 for the Lobo offense. Approaching halftime, 5:26 on the clock. And we want to remind you that at the conclusion of our broadcast tonight, we will announce the White Mountain Regional Medical Center player of the game. Claire motions from left to right. They'll run behind him on that side. It's Jet McCray, and he finishes strong to go inside the 5 to the 1-yard line. That's a 10-yard Snowflake pickup, and Jet McCray starting to announce himself into the Snowflake offense here tonight.
Did you see that play by the Cardinals on Sunday? I believe it was Benjamin. It just kind of reminded me of that play. He almost got through that, but just kind of lowered his shoulder and tried to run over the defender and get in the end zone just a yard short.
Impressive finish by the sophomore. By the way, that's normally what you expect from the Thatcher runners, right?
Right.
That's what they do to punish defenders so much of the time. And there is Jet McCray taking a page out of their book. Handoff left side, power set into the end zone. Camden Brimhall with his second touchdown of the day. Well, Camden is definitely making some noise out here tonight for Snowflake. That 80-yard touchdown run earlier in the half, and this time hardly touched as he goes in to give Snowflake some first half cushion.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was a little worried coming into this game, and then after that first possession for the Eagles, just coming down and scoring right away on this impressive all year long Snowflake defense, and then the Lobos kind of stalling out offensively. I was wondering what kind of night this was going to be, but after the first quarter, I mean, the Lobos have really turned it on here in the second quarter and look really sharp right now, offensively and defensively.
4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. And Samuel Crockett will come on to try to tack on the point after. Easton Butler is the holder, and the kick is going to split the uprights. Kick is good. Snowflake leads it now, 21-6. We'll grab a timeout. A word in from our presenting sponsors at the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Back to Snowflake right after this.
Sorry, we just can't finance you on the purchase.
I wish we had credit for you, but unfortunately we're unable to make it happen.
Heard this before? Then make the change to Hatch Toyota Credit Express, and you'll be driving a quality, late-model, low-mileage car, truck, SUV, crossover, or new Toyota today. Put Hatch Toyota Credit Express to work for you. Hatch Toyota in Sholo has an extensive lending network that specializes in making auto loans available for everyone. We will get you the best rate possible and work with you until you're comfortable with the payment in minutes, not hours, not days. If you want to drive a new Toyota or quality pre-owned vehicle that fits your lifestyle and budget, do it with Hatch Toyota Credit Express. Make your payments easy and affordable right from the start. The worry is gone. Drive away today with Hatch Toyota Credit Express at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
Snowflake with a low kick. It'll be picked up by Thatcher near their 20-yard line. And a pretty violent tackle made near the 30.
Guess who that was again?
Let me guess, Jet McRae.
No, not Jet McRae. It was that number 1 again. That's Flake on that tackle, the one that made the big play on the little pass, swing pass out here on the left.
Garrett Flake.
Garrett Flake.
Smallest guy on the field, and when we say smallest guy on the field, they say 5'8", 125. Okay, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
This kid is ripped, though. You should see him.
Well, he is something special. There's no question about that. As we watch Snowflake make a stop on a very, very short gain, 2-yard pickup on this play by Thatcher. They go to the ground and they move the quarterback up under center, running out of the I formation. That was, I believe, Aiden Bingham carrying the football for Thatcher. Hadn't seen him in a while. And a 2-yard gain that last play. He'll get it again and take it out to about the 25-yard line before he goes down. So call this a gain of 3. 3rd down coming up.
You're not seeing those big plays, though. The Lobos are doing a better job getting into the knees, kind of stopping that initial tackle, that initial hit, not letting them get those extra yards after the first hit. So nice job by the Lobos getting them into another 3rd and 5 situation, and a big play here for the Lobos.
Right now, I think Thatcher would be very happy just to try to stem some of the Snowflake momentum that's been developing. Back to throw, Larson to the near sideline. His pass is caught and taken out of bounds after a nice gain and stopping the clock. Slade Shoup on the receiving end of a very nice pass from the quarterback. That's Wyatt Larson, the senior.
You know, they look good when they pass. I mean, that quarterback, like you said, he's 6'4", 215, I think you said. He's got a big wide receiver out here, number 11, Slade Shoup, as you mentioned, 6'2", 185. They've got a nice little passing game here, especially when it comes to those short routes, and he puts it on the money. They look pretty good.
12-yard gain on that play for the first down. Plenty of time for Thatcher, and I think they might have all 3 of their timeouts. Here's a little inside reverse that will get about 6 yards before the tackle is made. The ball carrier, I believe that was Cody Jones, who ended up with the ball, and the guy that brought him down was Braden Lewis. A nice tackle for Snowflake. Limit the damage. Also, Rhett Wengert helping out. You see him getting an assist on the tackle. 6-yard gain on that last play.
Does that play look familiar to you at all, Floyd? I mean, that is a Blue Ridge special right there. They run that all the time, have for years, and they executed it pretty well.
Correct that last gain to 4 yards. The ball at the Snowflake 49, straight up the middle, but not much running room for the Thatcher offense. They'll get it, right back to the line of scrimmage is about all they're going to get out of it. That is Bingham again carrying the football. No gain. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
So there's 2 minutes left here. The Eagles have all 3 of their timeouts. The Lobos have 2, up 21-6. Thatcher knows that the Lobos deferred. They won the toss. They deferred to the second half. The Lobos will be getting the ball at the second half. So this is huge right here. I mean, third down. It's not 4-down territory. You just can't chance it. So a big play here for the Eagles trying to get a first down.
If they don't convert right here, Snowflake is going to burn a timeout immediately. And now somebody did. Snowflake. Nope, Thatcher.
Yep.
The Eagles will spend the first of their 3 timeouts, but they did let a bunch of time run off. We're down to a minute 41 remaining here in the first half of this one. Floyd Simmons along with Patrick Austin bringing you the play-by-play call of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented, of course, by Hatch Toyota. We thank you, everybody, for joining us. And with the timeout on the field, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
You are listening live and local in the White Mountains on our radio partner for the White Mountains. That's Mix 98, KRFM, Sholo. Thanks for joining us, live and local on the radio. You can also join us for our radio coverage on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. If you don't have the app, just go download it in the App Store. And those of you who are joining us with our video coverage, thanks for being there with us on our Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel and the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page. You got a chance to win some cash if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Details forthcoming. Here, 3rd down and 6, big play, first half. And a pass that is tipped and intercepted. Snowflake with another turnover. Red Wenger tipped it. And the guy that called it in for Snowflake after that tip was Braden Lewis. Is it Braden or Braden?
Braden.
It's Braden, yeah. I always get that wrong. It's the two Ds, and you expect that to be the other pronunciation. There was a marker down where the catch was made. And now let's see what the referee says. Holding defense. Was this after the interception?
Yeah, it's going to be after the interception for sure.
He's blocking the back. So during the return,
Snowflake getting another
1st and 10. Lobos.
Another, let's say, help side interception.
Picked off by Braden Lewis.
How about this? Look at Red Wenger getting some hands on it. Braden Lewis right there to haul it in. And in spite of the penalty, they'll take that.
Absolutely. A minute 32 to go in the first half. 2 timeouts for the Lobos. It would be huge for them to be able to get some points on the board before half and then come out after half, of course, receiving the second half kickoff.
Unquestionably, they're going to go to the air here and see what they can do to advance the ball.
Man, middle of the field against, well, I'm telling you, this is killing me.
Caden Cantrell hits Jet McCray, and McCray will go out of bounds to stop the clock, crossing the 40-yard line. Very well done. Hey, how about the sophomore with the heads-up play? And he gains 14 on the play and leaves a minute 25 on the clock.
Yeah, big play. I'd keep at that play. I'd go in trips. They defended that very, very poorly on that last play. Big pickup for McCray. But I'm telling you that I keep going back to Floyd. I apologize, but look at the middle of the field. I mean, it's blowing me. It's blowing my mind. It's just killing me. You don't do that against a really good team.
From the back foot, here's a pass. Lofted catch made inside the 20, and the tackle inside the 15-yard line. On the receiving end for Snowflake, Eduardo Guevara. And this team is just using every possible weapon they've got out there. And now they are well within field goal range for Samuel Crockett with that big play.
That was one of the best passes I've seen Cantrell make all year long. That little corner route by the inside receiver on that left side, on the wide side of the field, and just put it on the money. Nice job by Cantrell.
Yeah, 44-yard gain. Ball at the 13-yard line of Thatcher for Snowflake. They'll work from the gun. Now they've got a ton of time with the ball in that position. They try to draw Thatcher offside, and almost did. Now running through that long snap count, down to 45 seconds remaining in the half. And they were down to 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. Handoff up the middle. Jet McCray sidesteps the defender, and McCray goes into the end zone for another Snowflake touchdown.
I love it, Floyd. I just love it. Being an offensive coordinator like I was for years, I just love that play. It took some time. They lined up. They ran a hard couple of snaps. I actually had Thatcher jump off sides, which was a really smart play. That would have stopped the clock, gave him 5 more yards. Snowflake fans getting really restless. Come on, let's go. The clock's running. And what do? They run a little play right up the middle to McCray. Didn't get touched and in the end zone. I just love it. I love the play call. And what a great job in executing that play.
Beautifully done. And Snowflake back on the board again. 28-6. They are pulling away in the first half. Just 35 seconds remaining. Grab a timeout and a word in from Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance. Sponsors as well as Hatch Toyota, the presenting sponsor of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Big lead for Snowflake. Stand by. More in the first half right after this.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Here comes the Samuel Crockett kickoff, and he'll bump it over the first line of receiving, that receiving formation for Thatcher. That'll be a procedure penalty, and I believe Thatcher is going to go ahead and accept the ball at the 35-yard line after that.
That is not what he was trying to do. You've seen the Lobos do this in the past where they try to get that ball in the air and hit that little dead spot that they can find every once in a while and try to get a little onside kick there. But just a little bit too much on that and goes out of bounds.
How about Snowflake going 71 yards in a matter of 57 seconds, taking just 3 plays, including that 13-yard Jet McRae touchdown run to get more points on the board. Well executed, beautifully done. You can't even call that, Patrick, a 2-minute offense because it was exactly a minute and 1 second.
Yeah, that was a great job.
57 seconds, pardon me on that.
Just clicking right now, that offense. It's just crazy because the Lobos, again, they've been like this all year long. They can show signs of brilliance. I mean, they can just be, a really good team on both sides of the ball, and other times they just struggle. They don't look very well. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot with penalty. But, man, they are clicking on all cylinders right now.
1-yard gain for Josh Mangum. Thatcher just trying to run the clock out. We're down to 5 seconds remaining. They'll run one last play. Larson winds up, delivers to the sideline. That's a catch. And it used what was remaining of the clock. That'll be a gain of 6 on the play on that pass. Is there a marker down? 6-yard, the 6-yard gain to Brandon Napier, who wears jersey number 6. No flag. That is how the first half comes to an end here today at Snowflake High School. What a great half put together by the Lobos. As they struggled defensively for a moment, they yielded a lot of ground early on, and you saw Thatcher take advantage of that, push the ball all the way down the field, and ultimately they got points out of it. They got the first points of the game on their opening possession, but since then their offense has been stymied by a good Snowflake defense that has forced a couple of turnovers. In fact, 3 interceptions, right, in the game so far today? Yeah,
I think so.
3 interceptions in that first half. Jace LeSueur had one. Rhett Wengert had an interception. He was a part of 2 interceptions as well, breaking one up, and then the other interception belonged to Braden Lewis. So 3 turnovers, 3 takeaways by the Snowflake defense, and the Lobos lead now 28-6 as we head on out and get you ready for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints halftime report. That is on the way, everybody, from Snowflake High School. Stick around for it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to break it down in a bit on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Give me an S. Give me a U. Give me a Y. Give
Hatch Toyota Sholo, we want your late model, good condition vehicle. We're buying. Sell us your car. Stop by Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall for a free, no obligation quote. We're paying top dollar, often over Kelley Blue Book. The used car market is at its peak, and your current vehicle will never be worth more. Sometimes more than you paid for it. We'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. Get a free Carfax report and no obligation quote. Get a quote, get a check. It's that easy.
Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a Q. Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a C. What's that stand for? Get a quote. Get a check.
Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, call Joe at 928-536-7101.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is a mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
This month we are giving away turkeys, and backed by popular demand, we are doing it again. We are giving away 2 more tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, and 2 more tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert. When you use Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, your name goes in the hat, and your name could be drawn as the winner of 2 premium lower level seats to see the championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. Plus 2 tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. And this month, everyone gets a Thanksgiving turkey. Keep it yourself, or we will donate it in your name to your favorite White Mountain Food Bank. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Hey everybody, welcome back in. It's halftime at Snowflake High School. And the Lobos on top of the Thatcher Eagles at halftime, 28-6. Snowflake the number 2 seed. Thatcher the 10 seed in this one as you take a look at some of those replays from that first half. We welcome you back. Floyd Simmons and Patrick Austin on the call here. Patrick, a dubious start at the beginning. Snowflake came out in a 5-man front to try to give a different look to Thatcher and see if they could get some initial stoppage of that Thatcher running game. And after I believe it was a 22-yard pass on the first offensive play of the game for Thatcher, they reeled off a 9-play, 81-yard scoring drive to open the game. Thatcher jumped out 6-0, and it looked like this could be a really long first half for the Lobos. And then Snowflake decided to get their game on, and they grabbed 28 uncontested points after that.
Yeah, it didn't work. I mean, they come up with a defensive scheme. Didn't work. Went back to their normal 4-3 defense. They were actually in a 5-3 and going man coverage, and not only hurt them on that first play of the game, but on the run and then on the touchdown where they were in man, just blown coverage. I'm watching the replay of it actually, and number 6 for the Eagles just running into the end zone untouched. So a nice job. Football's a lot about, we talk about this all the time in the past, how many ever years you and I have been announcing together, but high school football is a lot about momentum. And Thatcher, they came out, they were ready to play. They had some momentum in that first quarter. Shot themselves in the foot a little bit on a couple of plays, but that second quarter, man, I haven't seen the Lobos play that well in a while, to tell you the truth. I mean, they came out in that second quarter and they put a hurting on those Eagles. And man, if they can continue that throughout the rest of this game, this is going to be a long night for the Eagles.
Well, Patrick, one of the great ones, the guy against whom all small school football coaches in Arizona are measured, Paul Morrow, told me multiple times he didn't believe there was any such thing as momentum, okay? But I beg to differ, and with all due respect to the great one, Paul Morrow, I agree with you, Patrick. Momentum was a big part of the first half for Snowflake. Once they got it, they didn't relinquish it, I felt. And we saw the results of it. 3 interceptions by the defense, by the way. There's one of them you look at on that replay as Jace LeSueur hauls it in. Jace had one, and a couple of his teammates also hauled him in. Rhett Wangert had an interception and a tip that led to another interception, that one by Braden Lewis. So what a great first half by the Snowflake defense to help key things like that 80-yard touchdown run that you're watching, a replay of it by Camden Brimhall, folks that are watching. If you're Snowflake, you've got to feel great about where you are right now. And really, Patrick, other than the fact that Thatcher scored on their opening possession, that first half looks a lot like the first halves that Snowflake was putting together throughout their championship playoff run last year. They were doing that kind of thing to everybody in their path last year, setting the early tone, getting halftime leads, and really putting other teams on their heels.
Yeah, and I totally agree. That the thing that stands out to me, Floyd, and it was just very impressive because you go up against a team, and I'm talking about last year, and I apologize, but you go up against a tough team like ALA, Gilbert, in the semifinal game, and you go up against a team like that, and that is well put together, well coached. But I have never seen a Snowflake Lobo football team dominate a first half as much as the Lobos did last year against ALA in that first half. Unbelievable. Kind of lost a little drive, I guess, in the second half. But that first half was dominant, and that was really reminiscent of what they did here in the second quarter. The first quarter, they got to clean that up, and it's gonna we'll see how they start this second half. But this first possession of this second half is huge, I think, for the Lobos, and the way the rest of this game is going to go. If they go down and they score, if they dominate again, this game's over. And I'm just going to say that right now because the Eagles, there's nothing they are going to be able to do. If the Eagles come out and they are able to stop the Lobos on that first possession of the second half, we might see a game in the second half.
Big first half for the Snowflake boys football team, while the Snowflake volleyball team picked up a state playoff victory tonight. They knocked off American Leadership Academy, and Snowflake is going to play early afternoon tomorrow down in the Valley in the next round of the playoffs. I'm not sure which round that is.
It's a championship.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's championship game.
That's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, one of those?
I think they said 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Better assume 1 o'clock, folks. You don't want to assume any later. At the Coliseum. Okay, very good. So good luck to the Lady Lobos, to the volleyball team, as they get ready to see if they can bring home a championship trophy to Snowflake High School. Meanwhile,
we got to give some updates on some scores. We haven't done that yet, and you have them pulled up. Mine are a little older, but some great games going on in the state. Just real quick, I'm sorry, but I wanted to kind of get an update on these two.
No problem at all, Patrick. Let's throw these at the folks and let you know that Valley Christian has a 21-14 lead over River Valley at halftime. Undoubtedly a great game, a great battle going on at the home of the Trojans as they lead that one again, 21-14. We've got a second quarter score for you from American Leadership Academy Gilbert North, where that team, the Eagles, right, they're the Eagles, they're led by Randy Reisdorf. They lead Sabino in the second quarter, 14-7. And the Round Valley Elks traveled a very long way, and it hasn't gone very well for Round Valley. In the second quarter, Round Valley trailing Yuma Catholic 41-0. Yuma Catholic having their way with the Round Valley Elks. Well, it's been that's a team that, you know, everything's got to fall into place and go right for Round Valley. And when it does, they can beat anybody, but it just isn't happening for them tonight. And Yuma Catholic with the big first half lead over the Elks. So there is that. Now, attention back here on our game where Snowflake leads 28-6 here at halftime. Let's run you through the scoring recap. Thatcher got the ball first, and they went on a 9-play, 81-yard scoring drive to open up things. And they got the first points of the game. Brandon Napier finished off that opening drive with a 24-yard touchdown run. The point after was snapped over the head of the holder. And then after scrambling around, the kicker could not complete a pass to the end zone to get the 2 point, and so Thatcher led it 6-0. Snowflake got the ball, and their first possession was a 3-and-out. They punted. Thatcher then moved the ball, started moving, but then they had to punt the ball back to Snowflake, and that's where the Lobos started to get their offense going. Snowflake got the ball with 3:34 on the clock in the first period. They got the ball at their own 30-yard line, and 5 plays later, they were in the end zone. A 70-yard drive that took a minute and 39 seconds, and the touchdown was a Caden Cantrell to Davin McCray 35-yard touchdown pass. Davin was just wide open behind the defense. Nobody anywhere close to him. He hauled the pass in from Cantrell, stepped into the end zone to give Snowflake their first points of the game with a minute 55 on the clock in the first quarter. The point after was added by Samuel Crockett, and Snowflake had the lead, and they've held on to the lead ever since. 7-6 was the score there, closing out that first quarter. Well, Thatcher got the ball. They worked for a while, but they could produce nothing because Snowflake got an interception. Jace LeSueur taking the ball away with 9:55 on the clock in the second quarter, setting Snowflake up for a very short a short drive in terms of play numbers, but they went 90 yards. They had the ball at the 10-yard line, and 4 plays into that possession, it was Camden Brimhall reeling off an 80-yard touchdown run for Snowflake. The kick was good, and Snowflake led it 14-6. That coming with 8:54 on the clock in the second quarter. Another interception on the next Thatcher possession. This time it was Rhett Wengert coming away with the interception and setting Snowflake up on the Thatcher 27-yard line. 5 plays into that possession, and with 4:30 on the clock in the second quarter, Snowflake's Camden Brimhall scored his second touchdown of the game, a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick was good, and Snowflake led 21-6. One more time, Snowflake to score, and it was set up by another interception. This time, it was Braden Lewis intercepting a ball tipped by Rhett Wengert, and Snowflake had the ball at their own 29-yard line with a minute and a half remaining. They didn't need much time. It only took 57 seconds to reel off 3 plays and get to the end zone. The touchdown was a 13-yard run by Jet McCray. The kick was good, and Snowflake closed out the first half with a 28-6 lead over the Thatcher Eagles here in this quarterfinal playoff matchup. A word in from our halftime presenting sponsors, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, everybody. Thanks for joining us from Snowflake High School tonight for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, where Snowflake leads 28-6. More on our halftime breakdown. The look at the stats is next. Stand by.
This month we are giving away turkeys. And backed by popular demand, we are doing it again. We are giving away 2 more tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas and 2 more tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert. When you use Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, your name goes in the hat and your name could be drawn as the winner of 2 premium lower level seats to see the championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. Plus 2 tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. And this month, everyone gets a Thanksgiving turkey. Keep it yourself, or we will donate it in your name to your favorite White Mountain Food Bank. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass today.
Bye. 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback. Woohoo!
Sorry, we just can't finance you on the purchase.
I wish we had credit for you, but unfortunately we're unable to make it happen.
Heard this before? Then make the change to Hatch Toyota Credit Express, and you'll be driving a quality late model, low mileage car, truck, SUV, crossover, or new Toyota today. Put Hatch Toyota Credit Express to work for you. Hatch Toyota in Show Low has an extensive lending network that specializes in making auto loans available for everyone. We will get you the best rate possible and work with you until you're comfortable with the payment in minutes, not hours, not days. If you want to drive a new Toyota or quality pre-owned vehicle that fits your lifestyle and budget, do it with Hatch Toyota Credit Express. Make your payments easy and affordable right from the start. The worry is gone. Drive away today with Hatch Toyota Credit Express at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
Hey, let's wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, everybody. Welcome back in. Floyd Simmons, Patrick Austin. The second half is just a moment away. And let's break down the stats for you real quick. How's that sound? Hey, listen to this, Patrick. Snowflake had 259 yards of offense in the first half. Woo. They lead 28-6. Impressive, yes. But Thatcher, listen, they have 202 yards of offense. The Thatcher Eagles have moved the ball tonight, okay?
Hey, look, they're a good football team.
Listen, if they don't throw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, they're right in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Snowflake with time of possession, only 6 minutes and 50 seconds of that first half. That is all that Snowflake had. Thatcher had the ball for 17 minutes and 10 seconds, 3 times as long as Snowflake did. Snowflake with only 7 first downs to complement the 259 yards of offense. That means they've had some big plays for sure in that first half, and they've only run 20 offensive plays in total. They've rushed the ball for 148 yards. They have thrown the ball for 111 in the game so far, penalized 3 times for 35 yards. They have not turned the ball over. Quarterback, Caden Cantrell, is 5 of 10 for 111 yards and 1 touchdown pass. And those 5 completions to his receivers include Eduardo Guevara, the leading receiver, with 44 yards receiving in that first half on 1 catch. Davin McCray has 1 catch for 35 yards. That was the Snowflake passing touchdown that they had in the first half. Jet McCray, 2 catches for 22 yards. And this is the one that really shocks you. Noah Baum, just 1 catch for just 10 yards. Camden Brimhall caught 1 pass for no yardage in that first half. So we get set for the second half kickoff. Thatcher to kick it away. They have 202 yards of total offense, 10 first downs. I mentioned they've dominated time of possession, but that has not been to their advantage in the game, down 3 touchdowns. They've run twice as many offensive plays as Snowflake has, just about 37 offensive plays, rushed for 99. They have passed for 103. Penalized 4 times for 40 yards, but the big stat here is 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions that they have thrown that Snowflake has taken away. Here's a short kick and a marker as the ball goes out of bounds. Should be a procedure penalty against the kicking team. Wyatt Larson, the quarterback for Thatcher, is 6 of 13 for 103 yards, 1 touchdown, but 3 interceptions in that first half. His leading receiver is Brandon Napier, 3 catches, 52 yards. Slade Shoup has 3 catches for 51. Running the football, the leading rusher is Joshua Mangum, 8 carries, 38 yards. Wyatt Larson, the quarterback, 4 carries, 21 yards. Aiden Bingham, 7 rushes for 20. Cody Jones, 4 carries, 18 yards. Brandon Napier, 1 rush for 2 yards. And there's a look at your stats from that first half as Snowflake takes over at their own 35-yard line after the kick and the penalty. And we welcome you back to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota, a wrap-up of the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. Thank you, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Let's get on into the second half and remind you that at the conclusion of our broadcast, the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, the hospital in Springerville, that will come up at the conclusion of our broadcast. Patrick, that's a mouthful. Let's get back to the
great.
broadcast.
You did great. And those are some big offensive numbers by both teams. But good. These are good football teams. I mean, we haven't even mentioned Floyd in this whole broadcast. I think you did in your pregame broadcast, but we haven't even mentioned number 75 for the Thatcher Eagles. This number 75, Jacob Matisse, senior offensive lineman, 6'4", 290 pounds. This is the kid that's getting recruited by some major schools. This is a good offensive team.
Here's the quarterback, Caden Cantrell, following a blocker right side in the open field. Big boy in the open field. And on the loose out there to the 44-yard line of Thatcher. What a big gain for the big fella. Let's count it up. 26 yards for Caden Cantrell.
Speaking of big kids, I mean, this is Caden Cantrell, 6'2", probably 215, 220 pounds, senior quarterback for the Lobos, 10th leading passer in the state. Just a great football player.
Yeah,
and I just jinxed him.
You did. He's going to run right into the arms of one of those defensive linemen for the Eagles. Jackson Conrad is right there to meet him, and the quarterback sacked, the second sack of the game, and the ball comes back to the 50-yard line, minus six on the play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense there, just getting to Cantrell. Didn't have a whole lot of time there. Got to tighten it up on that offensive line, putting him back in a second and long situation.
Let's also mention Peter Green, who helped out, maybe got a piece of that sack as well for Thatcher on defense. 2nd down and 16. They'll fake it and then throw to the man they faked it to, Camden Brimhall. He made the catch and then went down right at the line of scrimmage. A no gain for Camden on the reception. Well, he found a bit of loose turf out there, and he could not get into gear to move upfield.
Yeah, this is what I talked about at halftime. The Lobos here, 3rd and long situation. Wanted to come out in the second half, obviously, and put some more points on the board, kind of put this game away early here in the second half. But Eagles doing a good job here, kind of pushing the Lobos back. Big 3rd down play.
3rd down 16, the ball right at midfield for Snowflake. And we are about 2 minutes into the second half. They're going to throw deep down the right sideline. That's intended for Noah Baum. And some hand fighting up the field. There's a marker down. There's a good chance this one goes against the offense, Patrick, because Noah was reaching back, trying to separate from the defender, but now they are talking to the defender as if that's going to be a defensive penalty.
Oh, yeah, the ball was thrown a little bit short. That's Noah Baum had him beat, and Cantrell just threw that a little bit short, and not getting your hands back, you just grabbed the shoulder of Noah Baum. That's a pass interference. It's a tough call, but
I think what hurts him there as well is they mark off the 15-yard penalty, and it's just shy of a first down, okay? Yeah. It's a yard shy. I think what hurts the defender on that play is he was back there. That's Slade Shoop. I think what hurt him, Patrick, is that he never looked back at the ball.
Exactly.
Not that you have to, but I think psychologically for the official back there, that played into his decision to assess that on the defense.
Yeah, and this coaching staff isn't happy about it. Calls a timeout here early, and here's the coach out on the middle of the field. Pretty upset about that call.
That coach is Dan Jones. Jones was a player for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. He was a tight end for the team, and he is trying to argue his case, and it's not going to. It's just not. It ain't going to change anything. But he's got to go out there and make his, and he's got to make it known, right?
Yep.
And so he does. By the way, Dan is the head coach, and he is assisted by his brother Russ Jones, who was a quarterback at Blue Ridge back in the day. So a little Blue Ridge connection. Coaching.
What a fun place to go and be a head coach of a football team. And of course, we know the history of this Thatcher Eagle football team coming up in the 3A in the last. Was it just last year or 2 years ago?
I believe it was last year. Yeah.
So dominating in that 2A. I think they had 2 or 3 state championships in a row, didn't they? And just dominant. And coming up to the 3A, just haven't really skipped a beat. Have been right in the mix since they've been here, and a great football team. And what a fun place to live, to coach, to go to school. Thatcher's a great place.
As an unsportsmanlike penalty marked off, it might have been on the coach. Marked off 15 yards for Snowflake. It'll put the ball at the 20-yard line. A first down for the Lobos from the gun. They hand off up the middle it goes. Rhett Wenger getting a chance to run for the first time today. And Rhett is down at the 14-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play for Wenger. And, Rhett, even though he's playing his first season for Snowflake, he did play baseball last year after transferring in. I think he was injured last year during the football season, right? Something like that. He didn't.
No, he played.
Did he play?
Yeah,
okay.
he played down at Williams Field.
Yeah, well, right. He didn't play here at Snowflake.
No,
I guess what I was trying to say. And he'll get another carry. He'll try the right side, and he gets wrapped up by one of the big boys up front for Thatcher. He ran right into the bread basket. And when I say bread basket, it's a big bread basket. Peter Green on the defensive play there. Nice job by Peter. And we'll just say a 1-yard gain on that play for Wengert. But Rhett he's of Brewer stock as well as being a Wengert. So, he's related to a number of the Lobos anyway, a number of people in the community. As we see a pass into the end zone, Noah Baum turned the defender around with a great move, and he hauls it in for a touchdown. Snowflake strikes first in the second half.
Noah Baum, he just made that look easy. That was just a great move. He went to the inside like on a slant and then just planted, came outside, and you're right. He turned that defender around, and a great pass by Cantrell, showing off a little bit of his arm as he put that right on the numbers. You know what I loved about that the most? I love when receivers catch it with their hands. Did you see that? He didn't let that ball come into his body. He caught it out here. I think if he would have let it come to his body, that defender was close enough. He might have got to the ball. Reached his hand out, grabbed it, and a great hands by Noah Baum.
Got a whistle on the field as we take another look on the replay at that catch by Noah Baum. He got the separation in the end zone, and Caden Cantrell put it right on him for another Snowflake touchdown. I'm just shocked at how handily Snowflake is taking care of business against an outstanding Thatcher football team. Here's that point after they move back 5 yards, and it's no good. He hooked it wide left, so penalty made a difference there on that kick. At 8:56 on the clock, third quarter, Snowflake 34, Thatcher 6. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
Take it to the max with Free for Life from Cellular One. Activate a new line of service with Free for Life, and you'll get the Sky D5 Max smartphone for free. Plus, you get 5 gigabytes of LTE, unlimited nationwide talk and text, and unlimited Facebook for free. See how to qualify and get your free for Life Sky D5 Max smartphone while supplies last at any Cellular One store or at mycellular1.com. Free for Life is a government-subsidized Lifeline product available to eligible customers. Only one Lifeline phone per household. Not transferable. Other restrictions apply.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is a mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center. The hospital in Springerville, they are the newest members of our Sports Zone Radio advertising team, and they will bring you the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game at the conclusion of our broadcast today. Camden Brimhall among those guys that are leading candidates for this one today. Multiple touchdowns in the first half for Camden. That touchdown a moment ago. Caden Cantrell to Noah Baum, a 6-play 65-yard scoring drive, took 3 minutes and 4 seconds, and Snowflake is out in front now, 34-6. After the kick goes out of bounds, a run into the middle, and Matt Brimhall playing downhill all the way, and Brimhall with a big stick in the middle of that defense to knock down the ball carrier.
Man, just a great play by Matt Brimhall. He reads the ball so well. This kid's played middle linebacker all year long, just tough as nails. We've seen these Brimhall boys come up through this program, and what a great job, defensive play, and nice hit.
Ball carrier on that last play was Cody Jones. And now the quarterback himself will try to keep it, take it, and he's going to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage. And there's, I believe, Brimhall again.
I want to give this shout out. That's number 21, so that's Newby.
Yeah.
That's Newby. He's back tonight after an ankle injury against Round Valley a few weeks ago. Luckily didn't break his ankle. Got some great treatment by those doctors down there. And, man, he's back tonight and made a big hit right there.
Dustin Newby. And in fact, it's a yard loss on that last play. So Thatcher looking at 3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Plenty of time. Larson trying to hit his man over the middle, and he skips in a little bit too low on the pass attempt. And Slade Shoup is unable to haul it in for the Eagles. So that was not a great first possession here in the third quarter for the Eagles. As you take a look at a packed Snowflake home side stands and a bunch of fans that are trying to stay warm now that they've had plenty of opportunities to let their cheer out. Here is a punt. Fielded, and a nice job in coverage by the Eagles on Camden Brimhall. He doesn't get a chance on the return, and he's knocked down in the vicinity of the 30-yard line. 7:31 on the clock here in the third period. Snowflake 34, Thatcher 6. Welcome in, everybody, to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Boy, he bobbled it a little bit, Patrick.
Yeah, he did. I was watching the same thing.
Danger.
So. He doesn't like to get that fair catch. He doesn't like to do that. So he wants the opportunity to catch the ball and be able to run. Sometimes can get in a little trouble with that, but was able to hold on to that one.
Snowflake their own 29-yard line. Shotgun as they put Jet McRae in motion back to the backfield along with Cantrell. And they'll fake that. Cantrell steps up. And he is going to run the football toward the sideline. Gain maybe 6 on the play. We'll see where they spot him. Out of bounds at the Thatcher sideline. Caden Cantrell tucking and running.
Yeah, nice job avoiding the sack right there and then just getting some good yardage after that. But, again, looking at that middle of the field, he had Tyler Clare. And I know that Coach Reddick, he expected Tyler Clare to have a big night tonight because they see this middle of the field open, and they thought that they could get him the ball a little bit more than they have tonight. I don't think he has a completion yet.
That is a little bit surprising, isn't it? 2nd down and 4 coming up after the 6-yard gain by Cantrell. They pitch it out left side. Brimhall has it. Brimhall has the first down. He is dragged down by the jersey, but not before picking up a nice gain. Approaching midfield, near midfield on that. And check it for you. That's a gain of 14 yards.
Yeah, they run that little speed option to the weak side. And has had some success with that tonight as they've kind of pitched that out to Brimhall. He's got some good yardage off of that play.
Spotted at the 49-yard line. Snowflake's own 49. The spin out, fake it. Cantrell rolls out to the right. Great protection. A ton of time, but look at the coverage downfield. Just nowhere to throw the ball. Great job by Thatcher, and that's going to force the sack, and that's the 3rd sack today that Thatcher has collected. Patrick, when Snowflake played Sholo a couple of weeks back, how about that game? How about 7 sacks for Sholo in that one? And we're looking at, some similar results by Thatcher on defense.
Yeah, just putting some pressure on him. He hasn't, I think he's been sacked a couple of times tonight, but putting some pressure on him, and just a great job. That was a coverage sack. I think what they call that is a coverage sack, as the defenders did a great job on the Lobo receivers.
Now I had Jackson Conrad as the guy that got the sack, the 3rd sack of the day for Thatcher. Handoff on the draw play. Trying to see if they can fool that Thatcher defense. Nothing doing there. 4 yards lost on this play to Camden Brimhall. So Thatcher getting some, we talked about momentum a little bit earlier, getting some defensive momentum here on successive losses there. 10-yard loss now, 4-yard loss, 3rd down, and 24 coming up for Snowflake. This is a golden opportunity for Thatcher defensively to shift that momentum.
Yeah, and I still just can't believe they don't have a free safety back there. They're in man coverage. I would definitely be going to Noah Baum. I'd be trying to find him. They are a little bit soft on the coverage on him, but they're just going to lift that up in the air too, and Noah Baum.
Yes,
perfect
that's
pass.
Noah. Noah's got it. Broken tackle, and Baum takes it to the house. How about Snowflake and a 65-yard touchdown?
I'm not right very often, but I mean, that's just what you got third and forever. And with the arm that Cantrell has and the speed and the great receiver that Noah Baum is, you just throw that up in Noah Baum's area, and he's going to go get it. And that was just a perfect pass and a nice job by Noah Baum getting open in the middle of the field.
Caden Cantrell just threw up a prayer, and it was answered on the other end by Noah Baum, and he just put it right in stride for Noah in that little broken shoestring tackle. Point after good by Samuel Crockett, and Snowflake is out in front now 40-6. 40-6. Even I'm shocked at that. Snowflake was certainly the favorite coming in, but did any of us really expect this? 5:13 on the clock, third quarter, and a word in from Beeler Orthodontics. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota.
The year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend. With his team behind 17-0, he was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
Snowflake to kick the ball away, give Thatcher another opportunity, but boy, I tell you, time is running short for the Eagles now, down 41-6, and 17.5, just under 17.5 minutes of regulation time remaining today for the Eagles. In danger of their season ending, the Lobos, or whomever wins this game, will move on to a battle next Saturday at Campo Verde High School. This one is going to, I believe this is the early game, right? It is. It'll be the early game. Early afternoon. And it will be against either Valley Christian or River Valley, and that was a close game the last time we looked at it.
I did get an update again on a couple of scores. And I don't think we've mentioned St. John's yet tonight. And St. John's, the last update I got was 28-0 at halftime. So, and it looks like ALA has gone up on Sabino 21-7. But good job, St. John's Redskins, with that big 28-0 halftime lead.
How about St. John's knocking on the door to the semifinals in 2A football? Kind of handed to Mike Morgan. He just knows how to get his guys playing at the right time. You know, they finished third in the standings in their region. Holbrook won the region. Alchesay finished ahead of St. John's because they beat them. Alchesay beat St. John's, and here is, both Alchesay. Well, Alchesay didn't even play their first-round playoff game. They had to cancel that because of COVID-19. Holbrook lost in the first round, and St. John's is going to the semis. Maybe. Looks like it. Hey, look at the deep pass completed. And nicely done as this one goes deep into Snowflake territory. Larson delivering, and on the receiving end of things was Slade Shoop. And let's tally up the yardage here. That looks like 50, it's actually 51 yards at the 29-yard line of Snowflake.
Nice coverage too by Wenger, but just a better pass. Sometimes you just get beat, and that was good coverage by Wenger. Just a better pass. That's all there is to say.
It's going to take a few big plays for Thatcher tonight to get back into this one, and it's got to start right now. They're going to spread the offense. Larson looks and delivers. Pass caught here on the near side. That'll go out of bounds to stop the clock. A short gain on the receiving end was Cody Jones. And then quickly wrapped up by the Snowflake defense. And let's give that name again that you mentioned, Dustin Newby. Snowflake is thrilled to have him back when they thought that he might be lost for the season. And he's out there and he gets involved in the tackle.
Yeah, it's great to have him back on the field, and they're going to need him, especially in the next couple weeks. So get him back and get Lance Christensen ready to go, and they're going to be tough to beat.
Second down and 6. Oh. And, hey, Larson was trying to fool the defense. He pumped left and then immediately wheeled around and threw to the right side and almost threw blindly. Didn't realize that there was under and over coverage on his intended receiver. Great bracket coverage by Snowflake that almost gave them their 4th interception of the day.
Yeah, should have been. Braden Lewis with with a great opportunity to have his 2nd interception of the night. Just unable to get his hands on it. It's cold. I mean, it's cold out there. I'm sure that football feels like a brick going into your hands right now.
Hey, Patrick, I had 2 games my senior year where I had 2 interceptions.
You did?
Each game, yeah.
I know that you were one of the best football players that ever came out of Holbrook.
Ever. And here's a hit on the quarterback that somehow knocks him down. Larson gets knocked down. That was an unusual way to finish off a play. Jacob Wagner is the guy that gets the sack for Snowflake, and a big loss on the play. You'll watch it here on the replay. This is just kind of an unusual. He hits him, and he goes down, and that's that.
You got to be so careful nowadays on the quarterback, and I think he was just, coming up. He wanted to make a hit, but kind of backed off as he made the hit just so he didn't get a penalty. He's had a couple of those late hits on the quarterback this year, and just a great job, Good job by Jacob.
He was definitely taking precautions, let's just say, in handling the play. Well, 4th down and 14. That was an 8-yard loss on the quarterback sack. And Larson and the Eagles, they have to go for it. Step up, pressure, contact. He's going down. It won't be a quarterback sack, I don't think, because he was able to get positive yardage, and there's a flag thrown after everything. There's a helmet off. There's some swinging going on, and a lot of extracurricular at the end of this play. And it's been building to this, hasn't it? Snowflake coaches coming on to try to get their guys off. Officials trying to keep this thing clean if they possibly can. And you'll watch it here on the replay. As the runner goes down eventually, Tony Munoz among those. Boy, that was, yeah.
He's going to be kicked out. Well, I don't know if the ref saw that, but you saw it there on the TV. So
it was absolutely the Eagles who initiated that, and Snowflake retaliated, but the officials will try to sort it out, and we'll see what they saw. I would imagine both teams are going to end up getting penalized. Unsportsmanlike on the Eagles and ejection, as you suggested, Patrick. Well, that's the one penalty. And we're going to go to a no gain on that last play, but it doesn't matter because that is the end of it.
Also, turnover on downs.
And the turnover on downs will give the ball back to Snowflake. And I think that Snowflake is probably a little bit fired up right now, Patrick.
Yeah, that couldn't. This isn't going to turn out well for the Eagles as the Lobos are already up. And I understand the frustration, kind of getting your butts kicked here in Snowflake, but just uncalled for. I didn't see anything that initiated that by the Lobos. He just kind of pushed him in the back, got him on the ground, and punched him in the head. So I don't think this is going to fare very well for the Eagles as the Lobos are going to do what they need to do to get in the end zone again.
Snowflake is going to bring on their backup quarterback now. Easton Butler is into the game early on here, 2:18 on the clock in the third period. And part of that may be just to, in case there's some worry that there might be some continued frustrations taken out on the Snowflake offensive team by the Thatcher guys, if there is some frustration lingering. That's Rhett Wengert on the carry. Rhett has a 7-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 3 on the way.
Yeah, and this is a smart play by the Lobos, just getting him off the field, getting Cantrell off the field. I like this, and maybe even a bigger slap in the face to the Eagles as they're pulling out their starters in the third quarter in the quarterfinals of the 3A playoffs.
How many times has that ever happened to Thatcher?
Probably never.
Here's a handoff to Wengert again. And it looks like Rhett got right back to the line of scrimmage and got knocked down right at that spot. No gain on the play for the Lobos. They'll face 3rd down and 3 now, trying to get to the Thatcher 40-yard line to get a new set of downs. 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining. Third period, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Flip out right side. Butler tosses it out to Wengert, who gets tossed out of bounds. Hit late. That'll be another personal foul called on Thatcher. Wengert was 2 steps out of bounds, I think, when that last contact was made by the defender. You'll get a good look at it right here. Wengert with the stiff arm. Then there's this, and then there is,
yeah, he was kind of.
It's a tough one.
He was kind of falling. That's a big boy, just trying to hold up, and
that's a tough one right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the Eagles. He wasn't doing anything intentional there or anything like that. So unfortunate for that defensive player.
I think the official on that particular play might have been a little shell shocked with the earlier contact, and he's trying to make sure that he keeps everything on the up and up. 15-yard mark off. That'll put the ball at the Thatcher 27-yard line, and a timeout taken with 1:04 seconds remaining here in the third period of what is turning into a rout for the Snowflake Lobos. A word in from our good friends at Beam & Well Drilling. And we'll wrap up the third period right after this Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beam & Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Hey, back in, and we'll look at Easton Butler delivering a pass completion to Jet McCray over the right side. A first down pass for Butler, and his team gains on the play. Call it 4 yards to pick up on the play.
Maybe seeing a little bit into the future here, and maybe the quarterback of the Lobos for next year, Easton Butler. I know that they've got a few quarterbacks coming up through the program that are really good, but right now, Easton, backup quarterback 4.
And he passes it left side. That's a forward pass. Thatcher thinks they've got it on a flip. That was a flip out that left side, but it was most assuredly a forward pass. And I believe intended for McCray. Was he the receiver on that? It drops. It's incomplete. The Thatcher fans don't like it. Thatcher sideline doesn't like it. Somebody on that Thatcher defense expressed their disapproval to the official, to the back judge, and he threw his flag. That'll be another unsportsmanlike penalty against Thatcher. Listen, that's a forward pass on that play. That's an incomplete pass.
If he would have thrown it in his chest, it would have been a pitch, an option type of play, but he threw it out in front of him, and it was definitely a forward pass. That's a good call by the ref.
Do we have that replay? Can we run that one more time?
That was going to be
if we have camera 1 on that replay, let's run that one more time, guys. I'd like to take a look at it. That's going to go half the distance to the goal line. You can't tell from this look, but is there a camera 1 or not? Try camera 1 on that replay, guys, and we'll see if that one ought to give a better indication to the viewing audience. No? If you look right here, you see Butler, he flips it, absolutely
Definitely.
flips it forward. I mean, it's
definitely
undeniably a forward pass. The ball goes to the 12-yard line after the mark-off. It'll be first down for Snowflake as they have some of their backups on the field, and Butler throws toward the end zone, the little back shoulder fade, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Davin McCray. Would have been Davin's second touchdown reception of the night as he caught the first touchdown pass of the night for Snowflake way back in the first quarter.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving Butler some time to throw, and almost a great grab by Davin. Just a little bit beyond his reach, but nice play call, and stops the clock with 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Incomplete pass there. 41-6, Snowflake in front. Final seconds of this third period. Snowflake scores one more time. We end up with a running clock, at least to start the fourth period. Here's a handoff to McCray. McCray denied and hit hard at the end of this play. Boy, that was a big hit at the end of the play.
Yeah, number 81, Jesse Green, senior, 6 foot, 180 pounds. I know you've mentioned his name a couple times tonight, but did a nice job just running that down from behind, which is hard to do. Just catching McCray from behind.
Yeah. Tackle made, and they're going to switch sides of the field. Snowflake was still with the ball, and a third and long coming up when we return for the fourth quarter. Stand by for it. 41-6, Snowflake in front. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Big quarterfinal lead for the Lobos.
It's that time of year again. You can feel the excitement in the air. You know what? It's our kickoff to savings event at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. And you don't want to miss our award-winning lineup of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. $24.99! $24.99! Hut, hut! New Toyota Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, 4Runners, Tacomas, and Tundras. We have the best inventory in the White Mountains, plus our low price guarantee. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. 286! 286! Hut, hut! Don't miss our kickoff to savings at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
See dealer for details.
Hey, back to it. Snowflake thrown to the end zone. Wide open receiver, but over his head. I think that's Camden Brimhall going down that left sideline. And the defender he fell down, and he's got a problem, and I think it's a cramp. The defender for the Eagles getting some attention, Coy Ferris. Ferris on that side of the field. Let's hope that he is okay. And the way they grabbed to stretch him out there, that's probably a cramp. You know, Patrick, we're used to seeing cramps when it's a hot night, hot day. You know, you're in the valley, whatever. Coach is always telling you, drink a lot of, get hydrated, drink a lot of water. But when it's this cold, like it is out here, I don't know, is it 45? Maybe 50, but it's kind of getting cold out here.
It's cold. Last time I checked, it was like 40. I think it was 42 degrees.
Okay, all right. So
let's just check real fast.
Low 40s.
So what time is it?
In Snowflake.
It's almost 9 o'clock. It is 37 degrees right now.
My bad. It feels a little bit warmer than I guess than what it actually is. Well, I'm surrounded. I got you on my right. I got my lovely wife on my left. Right here, Patrick. I'm cozy.
Yeah,
I tell you, I'm protected.
I'm just glad you're closer to her than you are to me. That's good. So thank you for scooting over there and being close to your wife.
It's not the only reason I invite her. Okay.
I know. I don't blame you. Smart man. I wish my wife was up here. She's about 18 rows down in front of me down there.
I saw her on the way in. Yeah, she's always welcome. Yeah. Patrick, she's always welcome.
She sits down there so she can watch my daughter. My daughter is a junior on the cheerleading squad and does a great job.
I would expect nothing less than that. Here's a 35-yard field goal, 34-yard field goal try that the Lobos are going to attempt from the left hash. Easton Butler is the holder, and Sam Crockett is the kicker. It's a low kick. I don't think he got that the way he really wanted to, but it's good nonetheless. Samuel Crockett converts the field goal. Samuel's got to be, by the way, Patrick, he's got to be somewhere near a Snowflake record for scoring, because he's converted a number of field goals this year. He has, of course, point after point after, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I would guess so. I would. I mean, he's the best kicker that Snowflake's had for a long time. No. Sorry if I offend anybody else that it was a kicker here at Snowflake, but that's just how good he is. So
he knocks it through. A 35-yard, 34-yard Samuel Crockett field goal to give Snowflake now a 44-6 lead. It's 42 points, right? The running clock.
Yes, that is correct. So, what's your goals here in the fourth quarter? I mean, if you're the Lobos, you're just trying to get out of here with no injuries, right? And trying to get that clock to run as much as you can and as quick as you can.
No doubt about that. You want to get some more points on the board to make that happen. Here's the return for Thatcher. And the tackle is made in the vicinity of the 30-yard line. That's where the Eagles will bring the offense out.
About the 30-yard line, right after.
Yeah, this is going to be a real physical fourth quarter too. Thatcher, they're not going to give up. They're going to do everything that they can here to get some points on the board. And so, I mean, you just got to be careful here. You can't let anything happen to cause any issues for next week's game.
Thatcher has it. They'll fake the ball, give left side. Good job by Snowflake to string it out and prevent too much damage. Joshua Mangum, the ball carrier for Thatcher, and a Snowflake defender is on the ground. That's Newby. Dustin Newby.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to lose Newby again. Just getting him back this week. He's kind of holding his chest, maybe got the breath knocked out of him, hopefully, is what that is. But this is not what you want for the Snowflake Lobos right here.
I definitely agree on that. Hey, can I get the time on the clock at the... Got it, thank you.
Are you tired of watching your electric...
Well, they're going to take a little bit of time to try and attend to Dustin Newby, and that's going to give us pause here. Maybe we can look around at some other scores. Score here, Snowflake 44, Thatcher 6. Well, I don't know the last time Thatcher was down by this margin, but I would imagine it hasn't happened often for the Eagles in a number of years. Snowflake getting the work done tonight in this one.
Oh, really?
Some other scores for you out there. Let's get those your direction. Right now in the third quarter, Yuma Catholic leads Round Valley 48-7. In the fourth quarter, Valley Christian and River Valley are tied 21-21. And in the third quarter, American Leadership of Gilbert is up on top of Sabino 35-7.
I'm just getting word that there was a mistake on that St. John's. Are they playing Benson tonight? Is that correct?
Yeah.
I've heard that there was a mistake on that score on Max Preps. I'm getting word that Benson is actually up on St. John's 48-0.
Well,
is that right?
Listen, Benson is outstanding. That's a really good football team. When you said 28-0, I didn't question it vocally as we watch Larson with a 17-yard gain for Thatcher. Takes it to midfield. But that, I got to say, Patrick, I was really shocked at the score. Well, I didn't say so. And what you repeat there makes a lot of sense. Here's a great tackle on a nice job penetrating by Ty Solomon. Solomon, a senior linebacker for the Lobos, and he is able to knock down Wyatt Larson, the quarterback, for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, nice job there by number 51. And you just said his name, 51, Ty Solomon. So nice job by Ty, stopping that run, yard loss.
Motion for Thatcher. Larson's looking left, and he took a long time before deciding to go ahead and deliver to the outlet receiver on that side of the field, who did a wonderful job to make something out of nothing. Great job. A run after catch yardage for Cody Jones.
Yeah, he actually got stepped out of bounds, but you're exactly right. That was a great effort on his part, and I think he just barely stepped out of bounds on that sideline.
Ends up being a 3-yard gain for Jones. Ty Solomon is the guy that's probably going to get credit for the tackle after the step out of bounds. Right? You give credit for a tackle. Nearest guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think so. 3rd down and 8. Thatcher into Snowflake territory. Larson rolls out to the right. He's trying to get his guys to go downfield, and he throws this one beautifully delivered. I think that's Jones, the intended receiver, who gets a big hit from behind after he is unable to haul the pass in. Defensively for Snowflake, Braden Lewis. He's had a good game back there. It looks like the receiver was actually Nicholas Puzas. Incomplete.
Yeah, nice defense by Braden Lewis. And also a good, just a good kid. I've known Braden for a long time and tried to help maybe a little bit of an injured Eagles player get up, and just a good kid, Braden Lewis. Good football player, good kid.
4th down play. Thatcher has to go for it. Incomplete pass, stop the clock with 9:59 remaining in regulation. Snowflake 44, Thatcher 6. They'll fake it. And quarterback sack? No. Good job. Wow. Larson, tough to bring down. Breaks tackles. And he decides to lower the shoulder and finish strong at the end of the play. Wow, how about an 18-yard gain by Larson when it looked like for sure he was going to be sacked?
Yeah, great effort by the quarterback. Initial hit again, there's Braden Lewis, but was able to break that tackle and get a huge pickup for the Eagles.
Well, I like this kid. I like this Larson kid. It's just too little too late for the Thatcher cause. He'll put a man in motion, run himself the right side. You can tell he snapped. He was running all the way, and he is running as hard as he can drive those legs. Gets a little bit of a gain, and with that gain, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
You're listening live and local in the White Mountains on our Sports Zone Radio partner here in the White Mountains. That would be 98.5 KRFM Sholo. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Here's a pass interception, fourth interception of the game, and this time it's Garrett Flake hauling it in and breaking the back of this Thatcher Eagles offense with that takeaway.
Hey, great game by Garrett Flake. He's come up and made some big plays, some great tackles, broken up some pass plays, and right there just getting a little bit of a reward, I guess, by getting an interception, his first one of the night. And you're exactly right. You said 4 interceptions tonight for the Eagles. So nice job there, kind of stopping that drive and giving the ball back to the Lobos as they bring out probably their junior unit here, I would guess.
First down, Snowflake, their own 11-yard line now after the Garrett Flake interception. And the quarterback is Easton Butler. He will fake it and throw to the near side. Intended receiver was Eduardo Guevara, and that's incomplete to Eduardo. I think he had a 44-yard pass reception.
He did.
Earlier on in the game.
He was, at halftime, he was the leading receiver for the Lobos with 1 reception, so...
He has since been eclipsed by Noah Baum, his teammate. Noah in the game, 3 catches, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty good day. Handoff left side. That'll be a short gain. Getting his first carry of the night for Snowflake is Gage Papa, sophomore. And Gage will lose 1 yard on the play.
Hey, watch out for this Gage Papa, number 30 for the Lobos, sophomore, 5'11", 175 pounds. We've seen these Papas come up through this program too, and there has been some studs, and he's going to be one of them for sure.
Third down and 11. Here's Tyler Clara's first pass reception of the day. Where's he been all our lives? I expected by this point he probably had his 5th catch of the game, but he'll go down at the 22-yard line after a nice job with the run after catch. That'll be a 12-yard gain on the pass play to Tyler Clara.
Yeah, junior tight end. Tyler Clara has been a quarterback his entire life and switched over to tight end because of his size. Just a big kid. And great play. And Coach Reddick said the same thing. He said to me last night, he's like, I expect Tyler Clara to have a big game tonight. Just haven't been able to find him over that middle of the field without playing with a free safety.
He's going to line up in the slot on the right side, or in the middle anyway, of everybody. And here is a deep pass down the left sideline. Peyton Papa, the intended receiver.
Another one, sophomore, number 22, Peyton Papa, 5'10", 160 pounds. And that's good news for the Lobos to have a couple of Papas on the team.
And the scouting report on Peyton Papa, among other things, he's got incredible hands. He can catch everything. Second down play, working from the 22-yard line. Butler steps up, delivers. Pass caught, Tyler Clare. He'll turn it into the field. Finish strong at the end of the play with a 20-yard catch and a Snowflake first down. Well, now he's starting to get involved.
Yeah, you never know on this drive. He could take over. He could be the leading receiver on this team tonight. So we'll see if this keeps going. big gain there by Tyler Clare.
Tyler was looking for a guy to punish at the end of that catch. And he took the ball out to the 42-yard line after that reception. 6:35 remaining in the game. Flip left side. This will be a running play. Backwards pass.
That was a pitch out to
And the run is made by Merrick Ulberg. And Merrick loses 2 yards on the play.
Now let's tell you a little bit about Merrick, number 14, freshman, 6 foot, 150 pounds, getting some playing time in this huge quarterfinal game. Kind of cool to see a freshman out there getting some playing time.
Snowflake just has to hold on for 6 more minutes. Clearly going to win this quarterfinal matchup with Thatcher. Looks like Yuma Catholic will advance. Hard count by Butler draws the defense off, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Move it up. It'll be 2nd down and 7 after they mark it off. But Yuma Catholic strongly looking like they're advancing. It looks like American leadership of Gilbert North will advance to the Final Four, to the semis. So there's with Snowflake 3 of the top 4 seeded teams in the tournament ready to advance. And the only question is, will Valley Christian or River Valley win that game, as we see an incomplete pass from Easton Butler over the middle of the defense. Let's see. Last score we had between Valley Christian and River Valley was 21-21. Here's an updated score. Valley Christian in front in the 4th quarter, in front of River Valley, 28-21.
Wow, great game. Great game. Of course, we know the winner of that. We'll face the Lobos next Saturday, 2 o'clock, I believe. And kind of cool out here. I'm just checking out some of these numbers on this line. That whole left side of the line for the Lobos are sophomores.
Easton Butler steps up and gets buried under a mass of humanity. And the big fella in that middle of that defensive line, Peter Green, he's only 6'3", 350 is all, and he just brought it all down on Easton Butler on the quarterback sack. Well done by Peter. And that will be is that a 4-yard loss on that last play? I believe it was.
Looked like it.
Do have an update for you. I believe there's.
Boy, I think Easton is going to. He's going to be having nightmares of number 72. Hey, look at the quarterback is out there at defensive end. Look at that, Wyatt Larson. Oh, he's coming in to rush I see he's playing special teams, rush the punter. And that's going to take an unbelievable Snowflake bounce. How about the second amazing punt today by Samuel Crockett? This one is going to be good for 46 yards, I believe. I'll mark him at the 12, 46, maybe a 48-yard punt.
Yeah, I never thought that was intentional throughout the year. I just thought that, he wasn't a really high kicker to get your offensive line time to get down and make the tackle, but he's kind of perfected that. It's just kind of a line drive punt, hits the ground, has momentum, and just carries, and he kicks it away from the punt returner. So he's done it all year long, and that just ends up being a great punt.
Snowflake pins Thatcher back to the 13-yard line. Wyatt Larson, quarterback. Fakes, throws, try to set up a wide receiver screen on the left side. That is incomplete. Stop the clock with 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the 4th period. 44-6, Snowflake in front of Thatcher. You see that gentleman right there, Patrick? That is Lee Patterson. He is from KATO Radio in Thatcher and Safford. Good friend of ours, broadcast colleague, good guy there. And he's going to be wearing that jersey, number 68, that blue Snowflake jersey, number 68 on Monday. He's got to wear it all day long. There's a good shot of Lee on camera. He's going to have to wear that thing all day long on Monday.
Yeah, I was listening into your broadcast before, and
hey, look at the broken tackle deep downfield. Thatcher doesn't want to give up on this one. And a great job. Just, not going away yet. Josh Mangum breaking tackles and taking that thing into Snowflake territory. Tackle eventually made at the 39-yard line. Well, let me count it up for you. Let's see. That's 48 yards. 48-yard run from scrimmage for Mangum.
Yeah.
He's had a great night. Let's check his numbers out. Josh Mangum, 11 carries, 89 yards after that pickup.
Man, they've got some young kids out there on their defensive line right now. Thatcher with still their starters in there, and they're going to hand it off to Mangum again.
Up the middle he goes, and he dives to the 35-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, I was listening to your pregame, Floyd. It was a great interview you had. I don't know if it's an interview, but just a call in by your colleague out of Thatcher, and I heard the challenge. And I walked up here and saw the jersey, and I'm like, Floyd's flaunting that jersey up there a little bit. I've been looking for the Thatcher one up there too, but I don't think it's going to happen.
He brought it.
I know, number 61. I was listening.
Yeah, 61. Listen, I mean, come on. You're going to make me wear number 61? Look at me. Look at my spindly legs. I mean, you know, that's just there's something illegal about that. Here's a give left side. A very tough run that goes to the 21-yard line. That's a pretty good pickup on the play. That's going to be a 14-yard gain. Thatcher is running with some strong effort, certainly at the end of this one. 14-yard gain, and that is a pickup for Aiden Bingham.
Yeah, you're right. They're not giving up. They still got their first unit out there. Of course, they will to try to close this one out strong, especially some of those seniors where this is probably their last game of the season. It is going to be their last game of the season and maybe the last game they play ever. So those seniors are going to do whatever they can to get some more points on the board.
That's Bingham again on the carry. This time he will go straight ahead to the 18-yard line. Pickup on the play of 3 yards for Aiden. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the contest. Time to start thinking about the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, which will be presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. There's Bingham again, and Bingham goes, well, let's see here. Looks like a 5-yard gain on that last play.
Wow.
For Bingham.
I just heard an update from the PA announcer. River Valley just scored 28-28. What a game down there in the Valley Christian.
Amazing. This is a pass completed right side. Big hits on the sideline. And boy, that's Garrett Flake.
He's trying to make a bid for the White Mountain Regional Medical Center Player of the Game.
Well, I'll tell you what he's done today. He's definitely gotten. He's going to pick up the wood, don't you think, after this game?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He has to. That hit that he made earlier in the game on that little pass play, impressive.
Well, I want to see that play again here in a minute. I don't want to see it yet, but after I believe Thatcher going to punch this one in. They're at the 3-yard line now. And I'd be shocked if they didn't. There's the quarterback. Larson takes it in, leans in that long, tall body. They're going to say he got stopped short. 2-yard gain on the play.
Hey, nice job by this Lobo defensive line. A lot of sophomores in there. All their linebackers in there are sophomores. Just a great job by the Lobo defense. Kind of holding this first team of the Eagles.
I don't know. It certainly looked like it. You could make an argument for a touchdown on that replay. And the quarterback will keep it himself. This time, step across into the end zone for the 1-yard touchdown run. That's Wyatt Larson. Well, Thatcher scored on the game's opening possession, and they will score again here on what should be the second to last possession of the game. You would assume Snowflake will be able to run out the final minute and 22 when they get the ball back.
Yeah, I doubt that they'll run any plays. They'll probably just kneel on it. Thatcher does have a timeout left, but I think that once this kickoff goes, they'll kneel, and this game will be over.
There's that big hit again just a moment ago on that pass completion. Garrett Flake, unquestionably, will get the wood after this one from his teammates, right? We think anyway. Here's the point after. Up and on the way for the Eagles. And the kick is good. And we will grab us a timeout. Final minute 22 is on the way here in just a moment, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Get a word in from White Mountain Regional Medical Center, who are about to present the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. Stand by, everybody.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is a mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Impressive victory tonight for the Snowflake Lobos. We do have the final minute 22 to count off here, but Snowflake will get the win. Patrick, are you thinking intensely about the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game?
I am. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I can't put my finger on just one person here, so I'm in deep thought on who we're going to give that to. Lots of big plays now. Is it going to be Camden Brimhall with his impressive night running the ball? Is it going to be Caden Cantrell with his great job as a quarterback, and his couple of his passes were just unbelievable? Is it going to be Garrett Flake with his big hits on the defensive side? You know, Matt Brimhall had a huge game at middle linebacker. A couple of interceptions tonight for, let's see, I don't think anybody had two. There's been four, and they're all by different.
Red Wengert had, he had an interception, and he tipped one to Braden Lewis. Lewis had an interception, Garrett Flake an interception, Jace LeSueur an interception. Had all those guys. There's Red Wengert on your screen, everybody. Caden Cantrell, 8 of 13 for 189 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I don't know. It's going to be hard for me not to vote for Caden tonight with that kind of night. You mentioned Camden Brimhall, 7 carries, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Pretty impressive. Here's the handoff. And a very rude tackle, but that's all right.
I'm surprised they're not nailing the ball. Well, they've got their younger unit in there, so maybe they're just trying to get them some. You know, the JV team, they didn't have a whole lot of games this year. They didn't have a whole lot of opportunity, so just maybe giving some of these younger players some reps. But here, I think they're finally going to nail the ball.
That was -1 on that last play. Ball at the 8-yard line. 45 seconds remaining. Easton Butler will take every last second he can on this play, and it's going to be the last play that they have to run. Down to 33 seconds on the clock. The kneel down. We'll watch the final 30 seconds tick off the clock here at Snowflake High School tonight on a very successful night for Kay Solomon, the head coach right there of Snowflake. The thumbs up from the coach. Happy with his team, undoubtedly, after a somewhat dubious start to the game that saw Thatcher just run the ball down the field. A 9-play opening scoring drive by Thatcher, and then that was it. They went on a drought for the rest of the game and did not score any more until there was a minute 22 left in the game. And that brings us to a 44-13 final score in this one. The fireworks are going off here tonight at Snowflake High School. The teams will shake hands out there. Be careful. Be careful. It got a little testy down the stretch here in this one tonight. But a win for the Snowflake Lobos. Patrick, you've got to be impressed with what you saw Snowflake put together out there.
You know, I've said this already tonight, but that first quarter, it worried me. And the Lobos they need to clean that up going into these next 2 games. These are not going to be easy games from here on out, of course, in the semifinals next week and then going into the championship. They've got to clean that up. They've got to be good for all 4 quarters. They've got to be consistent is the word I'm looking for. So a nice job, though, Ben. I'm telling you, in that second quarter, whatever clicked for the Lobos clicked. And, man, they were unstoppable tonight from the second quarter moving forward. So impressive win. You know, you don't beat these Thatcher Eagles 44-13. I would like to know the last time Thatcher might have they got handled pretty well down in Pushridge a few weeks ago when they went down and played Pushridge. I know they beat them last week, but I think Pushridge beat them 44-14, 41-14, something like that. So it doesn't happen very often, though, and it's got to be a huge positive thing for the Lobos tonight as they come in this quarterfinals and win this one 44-13.
Post-game wrap-up on the way here in just a moment, everybody. We'll announce the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Give you a look at the stats, the scoring breakdown, all that stuff coming up here in our post-game as we continue from Snowflake. Congratulations to the Lobos on to the semifinals, 44-13. Final score as they defeat the Thatcher Eagles. Don't go anywhere. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week continues, presented by Hatch Toyota.
Sorry, we just can't finance you on the purchase.
I wish we had credit for you, but unfortunately we're unable to make it happen.
Heard this before? Then make the change to Hatch Toyota Credit Express, and you'll be driving a quality late model, low mileage car, truck, SUV, crossover, or new Toyota today. Put Hatch Toyota Credit Express to work for you. Hatch Toyota in Sholo has an extensive lending network that specializes in making auto loans available for everyone. We will get you the best rate possible and work with you until you're comfortable with the payment in minutes, not hours, not days. If you want to drive a new Toyota or quality pre-owned vehicle that fits your lifestyle and budget, do it with Hatch Toyota Credit Express. Make your payments easy and affordable right from the start. The worry is gone. Drive away today with Hatch Toyota Credit Express at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
The team at Beam & Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
This month we are giving away turkeys. And backed by popular demand, we are doing it again. We are giving away 2 more tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas and 2 more tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert. When you use Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, your name goes in the hat and your name could be drawn as the winner of 2 premium lower level seats to see the championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. Plus 2 tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. And this month, everyone gets a Thanksgiving turkey. Keep it yourself or we will donate it in your name to your favorite White Mountain Food Bank. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass today.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back. Woohoo!
Sports Zone Radio is pleased to announce that we are now live streaming our Friday Night Football Show Game of the Week every Friday night on our website, SportsZone123.com. You're sure to love the high-quality, high-definition live video produced by the best team in the business, and we think that you'll especially appreciate our second-to-none instant replay system. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to tune in the broadcast on radio at 98.5 KRFM. Listen in on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app and enjoy our live video stream every Friday, plus the replay all week long at SportsZone123.com.
Hey, back in, everybody. Wrapping things up at Snowflake tonight after an impressive 44-13 win for the Snowflake Lobos. They take down the Thatcher Eagles in this one tonight. You see that message there on your screen from White Mountain Regional Medical Center. They present the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, which we'll get to here in just a moment. Just a great finish, a great game tonight for the Lobos as they advance again to the semis, and they will take on either Valley Christian or River Valley, and we don't yet know who the opponent is going to be. The last time we checked in, it was 28-28 in the fourth quarter, and now Valley Christian is pulled ahead, and that's your final score. Valley Christian has beaten River Valley 35-28, and that is what is up next for the Snowflake Lobos.
Yeah, rematch of week 1. Valley Christian came out in that game and got ahead of the Lobos. I think at one point they were up 30-7, I believe, and Snowflake in the second half came back, had an opportunity to even tie that game up and wasn't able to get it done. But I know that the Lobos want another shot at Valley Christian.
How many times have we seen Snowflake lose to a quality team like a Benjamin Franklin only to get to see them later on in the playoffs, right? And it usually works out pretty well for Snowflake when they get a second shot at somebody.
Yeah, and anything, it's hard to beat a team twice, especially when you meet them up in the playoffs. Just like, for example, Push Ridge and Thatcher. Just 3 weeks ago, Thatcher went down to Push Ridge and got beat up 44. I can't remember. It was like 41-14. It was significant.
Yeah.
Come back, play in Push Ridge 2 weeks later, and end up winning that game 35-26 or something like that. So it's very difficult to beat a team. That Valley Christian team is a very good team, though. They have a running back that is outstanding. They play good defense. Their quarterback is good. So it's going to be a tall task, as you would imagine, in the semifinals. So.
Well, we got to do a little bit of a breakdown before we get to our interviews, and we will be speaking to the Sports Zone Radio co-players of the game here in just a few moments. We mentioned earlier, there was a lot of worthy candidates for the player of the game, and it comes down to we are going to go ahead and have co-players, okay? Because we did some voting, and after we voted on our team, the broadcast team, we got some input from the fans that are surrounding us, and so, Patrick, I put it out to the fans and let them vote. And it turns out they were strongly supportive of Garrett Flake tonight. You were as well.
I was.
And most of our broadcast team was leaning toward Caden Cantrell, including me, and so were some of the fans. And after a lot of input from the fans and from our broadcast team and just going back and forth, looking at it and mulling it over, we have decided to go ahead and go with co-players of the game tonight. Just go ahead and give it to Caden Cantrell, the quarterback, on a great night. 3 touchdown passes delivered, and Garrett Flake, who set a real tone on defense with some big hits out there tonight. So a guy representing each side of two of the facets of the football game out there. Caden Cantrell, the quarterback, and Garrett Flake. That what do you want to? He's a linebacker. He's a defensive back. He's got a hybrid guy. He just does a lot of stuff on that defense.
Yeah, I love it. I voted for Garrett. You're right. He set the tone kind of on a couple of defensive plays. That big hit down here on this end of the field on that receiver just seemed to put a little bit more fire in this Lobo defense, and they stepped up and played a great second half, second quarter through second half. So congratulations to Garrett Flake, and of course, Caden Cantrell, just a great night tonight. Did a great job, controlled the game, threw a couple of unbelievable passes to his receivers that only his receivers could have caught, and looked sharp, looked poised to go into this semifinal game.
Hey, listen, give a lot of credit to Thatcher for an effort, okay? Certainly they lost by a wide margin, but they put up 351 yards of offense in this game. Snowflake only had 402. Didn't outgain Thatcher by a ton. But, of course, they made the plays. And 4 interceptions, 4 takeaways against a team that doesn't like to throw the ball a lot anyway, was forced into that position. Snowflake set them up, essentially, to take them down and get those takeaways. Great job defensively. When was the last time Snowflake had 4 interceptions against a quality team? I'm not talking about against a bad opponent, but against a team that's got some talent. And so give them a lot of credit for the execution. I just want to run through the Snowflake stats real quick. Like, we're not going to do the scoring recap, at least not right now. Snowflake with 14 first downs, and as I mentioned, 402 yards of offense, 177 rushing, 225 through the air. They were penalized 4 times, just 1 time in the second half. 40 yards of penalties against Snowflake in the game. And importantly, they never turned the ball over today. No fumbles, no interceptions. They took care of the football while forcing Thatcher to turn it over 4 times. Caden Cantrell, 8 of 13 for 189. 3 touchdowns. Easton Butler off the bench, 3 of 8 for 36 yards. And the leading receiver out there tonight turned into Noah Baum. Had a quiet first half, and then 2 big second half catches. 3 catches in total for 88 yards, 2 touchdowns of the 3 receptions for Noah Baum. Also on the receiving end, Eduardo Guevara, 1 catch for 44 yards. Davin McCray caught 1 pass for 35 yards, and that was a touchdown. For Tyler Clara, 2 catches for 32 yards. Jed McCray, 3 catches, 26 yards in the game. Running the football, Camden Brimhall, 7 carries for 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jed McCray, 5 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown. Rhett Wengert, 4 carries for 14 yards. Caden Cantrell, 5 rushes for 9 yards in the game today. Those are the basic numbers for the Snowflake Lobos, who win the game 44-13. Again, congratulations to the Lobos on the victory and to the Sports Zone Radio players of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, the hospital in Springerville. Thank you for their partnership, and we congratulate Caden Cantrell and Garrett Flake, our co-players of the game in this one tonight. Patrick, we're going to grab a timeout, and I'm going to run down on the field, and then you are going to you're going to take over. Okay. Take over, kill time if you need to, okay? But we should be ready in about 5 minutes down on the field to speak to our co-players of the game. And just when we're all ready, throw it down to me. I am trying to determine how we're going to handle the audio, and that's going to be a difficult one. I don't know. We're not really ready for the audio, are we, Derek? We may have to do this up here now that I think about it. Sorry about that, folks. I know we're working through the technical issues live on the broadcast, and I apologize for that. But, Derek, we'll have to talk about this while we break out for a timeout. Word in from Hatch Toyota, presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, and a big playoff victory for Snowflake, 44-13 over Thatcher. Stand by, everybody.
It's that time of year again. You can feel the excitement in the air. You know what? It's our kickoff to savings event at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. And you don't want to miss our award-winning lineup of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. $24.99! $24.99! Hut! New Toyota Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, 4Runners, Tacomas, and Tundras. We have the best inventory in the White Mountains. Plus our low price guarantee. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. 286! Hut! Don't miss our kickoff to savings at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
Switch to Naked Mobile today, and for a limited time, you'll get the Google Pixel 2 XL free. The Google Pixel 2 XL with a bigger 6-inch display, super fast performance, and greater battery reserve. This phone delivers. Activate with Naked Mobile and get the Google Pixel 2 XL for free when you switch and purchase 3 months of our $60 a month 20 gigabyte LTE data plan. Did we mention it's bigger, faster, stronger, and it's free? Naked Mobile with coverage on America's best networks. No contract, no credit check, no hidden fees. Available at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Did you know that Summit Healthcare's orthopedic clinic is taking same-day and next-day appointments right now? There's no reason to leave them out, and because Summit offers the highest quality orthopedic medicine, and their team includes Dr. Jacob Oldham. Dr. Oldham specializes in sports medicine, joint instability or dislocation, rotator cuff and meniscus tears, tendonitis, carpal tunnel, and more. Schedule your appointment now with Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic. Call 928-537-6700. That's 928-537-6700.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Snowflake High School, site of tonight's big broadcast, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's been presented by Hatch Toyota, and an impressive playoff victory for Snowflake. They knock off Thatcher 44-13. Well, Patrick, I looked at a post from our friend Monty Maxwell, the former Show Low Cougar football coach. I looked at that post earlier today where he was reposting the alignment for sports, not including football, but sports for the next 2-year block from the AIA. And Snowflake is listed in the 3A East, but that's sports other than football. Let me ask you a question as we await the release of the football alignment. Do you think Snowflake will remain in the 3A ranks when the new alignment comes out?
Well, this is my opinion. Is I hate to see it happen, just because of the tradition of 3A East White Mountain football. So it's going to change things up for sure if that happens. But Snowflake is close. I mean, it's all based on numbers, right? And school numbers. And I think 1,000 or 1,200 might be the cutoff from 3A to 4A. And I know Snowflake is right there. I know they're in the 900. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I hope it doesn't, just because of that reason. Tradition, White Mountain football, 3A East, it'll just blow that up. So that's my opinion. But do I think it's going to happen? Yes.
Yeah, I think so too, though. I would just love to see it just stay the way it is. Just stay the way it is, and so hopefully when they do make the move, if that happens, I shouldn't say when, but if they make the move, I certainly hope they continue some of the non-region games that they'll have. You'd hope they would play at the minimum. They would continue to play Show Low and Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
Right. At a minimum.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. And we the 4A. The Lobos went down and played Peoria this year, and not that impressive, with thinking you were going to go in there and play a really good football team, and they just weren't. And so can Snowflake, Show Low, can some of these 3A teams from the East compete in the 4A division? Absolutely they can. And we've seen it happen in the past. So we'll just have to see how it happens. I'm with you, though. It would kind of ruin it. It would kind of ruin it for me in the 3A East White Mountain football.
All right, Patrick, before you leave, you better remind that guy we need to see documented, photographic, and even if we can, video evidence of Lee Patterson, okay, from KATO Radio in the Gila Valley area. Okay, we had a wager. And if Snowflake were to win tonight, he is supposed to wear that Snowflake number 68 jersey right there to work on Monday. All right. We're holding you to it, Lee. You're a good man, by the way. Okay? Great to see you today. And unfortunately for the Thatcher Eagles, the season comes to an end today here at Lobo Stadium. For Snowflake, they get to move on, and a rematch is on the way with Valley Christian, who came up 35-28 winners over River Valley tonight. Valley Christian next up for the Lobos. I believe this, and I can't say with complete authority, Patrick, that I know exactly how good Valley Christian is at this point of the season, but I think Snowflake is measurably better than they were in week one of the football campaign, and I believe Snowflake has all the confidence in the world taking on the Trojans in the semifinals, and I just don't think you're going to see the same kind of result as you did the first time. If Valley Christian hasn't made, some pretty significant improvements since week one, it might be in trouble with Snowflake. This Lobos team has gotten better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was there. I was there to that game week one, and I promise you, even though Valley Christian has some great athletes, they've got a great football team, I promise you that they do not want to see the Snowflake Lobos next week.
But they've got to. That's if they want to if the Trojans want to get to a championship game, they're going to have to go through the Lobos. That'll be at Campo Verde in the early afternoon next Saturday. The next two rounds, the final two rounds of the 3A state playoffs, are Saturday scheduled games, and it's Campo Verde hosting a doubleheader in the 3A playoffs next Saturday. Okay, and if you want to watch the video, just let you know, if you want to watch video of that, you'll have to get an NFHS subscription. I'm not sure who they have scheduled to cover those games for them. but they will be available on video, and you will have to look for the NFHS to do it. Those are the seniors?
That's seniors.
Seniors walking the field for the last time for Snowflake. Get your subscription. If you can't make it to Campo Verde next week, if Snowflake wins there, they go to the championship game. And if you can't make it to that one, again, get your subscription at the NFHS to watch those games. And that'll do that. Well, Patrick, great job today on the call. And I just want to say publicly, I've thanked you privately, but I want to say thank you for doing the play-by-play last week so that I could go out of town. And also you picked up a game earlier when I followed my son to go watch him play at Payson 2-3 weeks back. Great job on those broadcasts. And, you are truly a Sports Zone Radio guy. Proud of you, proud of the work you do for us. And, boy, we didn't skip a beat with you at the helm. So thank you for taking over for me and giving me a little bit of a chance to go do some other things.
No, I love it. It's a lot of fun. I'm a coach by heart, and I want to coach, and hopefully will coach again. But for right now, this is what keeps me involved with these young men and all over the White Mountains and being able to participate in football. And I wouldn't do it with anybody other than Sports Zone Radio.
Well, you're the man, Patrick, and you are a credit to our business here. You do such a great job, and I'm grateful for you. Thank you for the work. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, there's Patrick Austin, and he'll call it a night. We'll continue on for a bit longer. We're going to grab a timeout, and then we're going to bring in our first victim to interview in our post game. He is one of the Sports on Radio's co-players of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Garrett Flake is on the way here to join us in just a moment. And we'll also talk to the Lobos quarterback, Caden Cantrell, because he shares the honor of player of the game tonight for the Lobos. Don't go anywhere. A 44-13 victory for Snowflake tonight as they take down Thatcher. And Snowflake advances to the semifinals. Stand by for our continuation in the postgame right after this.
Give me an S. Give me a U. Give me a Y. Give me a B. What's that stand for? Sell us your vehicles.
At Hatch Toyota Sholo, we want your late model, good condition vehicle. We're buying. Sell us your car. Stop by Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall for a free, no obligation quote. We're paying top dollar, often over Kelley Blue Book. The used car market is at its peak, and your current vehicle will never be worth more. Sometimes more than you paid for it. We'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. Get a free Carfax report and no obligation quote. Get a quote, get a check. It's that easy.
Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a Q. Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a C. What's that stand for? Get a quote. Get a check.
Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
The year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend. With his team behind 17-0, he was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Switch to Naked Mobile today, and for a limited time, you'll get the Google Pixel 2 XL free. The Google Pixel 2 XL with a bigger 6-inch display, super fast performance, and greater battery reserve. This phone delivers. Activate with Naked Mobile and get the Google Pixel 2 XL for free when you switch and purchase 3 months of our $60 a month 20GB LTE data plan. Did we mention it's bigger, faster, stronger, and it's free? Naked Mobile with coverage on America's best networks. No contract, no credit check, no hidden fees. Available at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
Well, Snowflake has defeated Thatcher. Final score here tonight at Lobos Stadium, 44-13. Snowflake advances to the semifinals of the 3A state playoffs here in 2021. And they're going to take on Valley Christian. That'll be early in the afternoon next Saturday at Campo Verde High School down in the Valley. Valley Christian beat River Valley tonight 35-28 in what sounds like must have been a great game played at Valley Christian tonight. The other game is going to feature American Leadership of Gilbert North taking on Yuma Catholic. ALA won their game 38-7. Yuma Catholic is still playing Round Valley right now, but that score, the last time we checked, late in the fourth quarter, 68-13. Yuma Catholic pouring it on Round Valley right now, and there's just no way that Yuma Catholic's not winning that game. So Yuma Catholic returns to the semis. American Leadership Academy Gilbert North was in the semis last year. That's who Snowflake played in the semis. Snowflake returns, so 3 of the 4 teams that were in the semis last year will be back. I can't remember who the other one was, but 3 of the 4 going back in the 3A state playoffs. I'm going to shoot some video and talk to our Sports on Radio players of the game, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome into Snowflake High School tonight. A big victory for the Lobos. 44-13. They have knocked off Thatcher and will now advance to the state semifinals. And they'll take on Valley Christian in the next round of the playoffs. That'll be next Saturday at Campo Verde High School. Welcome in. Floyd Simmons here on the play-by-play call tonight, along with Patrick Austin. And our coverage, of course, is brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Now time to announce the Sports on Radio's player of the game, and it's actually co-players of the game. And it's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, the hospital in Springerville, our latest sponsoring partners here at Sports on Radio. And we welcome them on and thank them for their partnership. And we will now announce the Sports on Radio co-players of the game. Well, the quarterback, Caden Cantrell, threw for 189 yards in this one tonight and 3 touchdowns. Helped lead his team back to the semifinals. Great win for Snowflake. Good job by Caden. And he is joined by this young man standing next to me, who out there on defense tonight for Snowflake was, well, let's just say it, he was a beast. And his name is Garrett Flake. Garrett was out there setting a tone all night long on that defense, delivered some big hits, some tone-setting hits for that defense that had this crowd on their feet. They loved it. In fact, it was the crowd around us that helped in the voting and helped make sure they raised the awareness level for us with Garrett. They wanted to see you in the mix with this one tonight, Garrett, on the player of the game. And so you are joining Caden as the co-players, and we welcome you and congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So, excited. First of all, I think you ought to give the fans, there was a bunch of fans around, give them a shout out, because they were advocating for you big time tonight.
Yeah, our fans, especially in a small town, it's everyone's coming together. Everyone loves the game, and so our fans really help us to be able to get up when we're not, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, I don't know. Our fans are some of the best, I would say, in Arizona. We have them traveling from 1 hour away to 6 hours away, and it's true love here in the town of Snowflake. I'm very blessed to be here, and that's all I have to say.
Garrett, listen, the team is blessed with a lot of talent, a lot of ability, a lot of depth, which is certainly a big help. It's helped you throughout the year, and it's going to be a big part of, I think, the next round and perhaps 2 rounds if you can get to that championship game again. But let me ask you about your contributions out there, especially tonight here in this one. You had a couple of big hits. One of those was a kind of swing pass caught out on the near side of the field, and the next thing you know, you came up and put a shoulder right. I mean, it was a beautiful form hit. It was a violent hit, but it was as clean as they get. Walk us through that particular play. I'm sure you can remember it. The receiver for a split second had the catch, but then you dislodged it with the big hit. Can you just walk us through that play real quick?
So before the play, I was spying the quarterback, seeing what he was going to do. He kind of gave a look towards the slot, and I just sat back. I saw him pitch it or whatever he might have did. I can't remember. And my first thing was just do my job, make sure that I get my angle in, and I came in, and luckily enough, he was right there, so I was able to finish off the hit. Great job to Kai Owens, actually. I don't think I would have been able to get that hit without him. He was down low, and so I was able to actually finish that play off. But
so now you're thinking of the play near the goal line, right? Is that the play you're thinking of?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of another play a little earlier in the game. Remember that open field?
Yeah, I remember that. So, actually, in practice, that was one of the plays that I was super worried about and I was stressing about. And so before the game, I just told myself, trust yourself, get to 5-3, and watch the quarterback, watch his eyes. And I saw number 11. He came down the block on our corner. I believe it was Caden Brewer. And he threw it, and I was able to make a hit on it. I don't know. It was
a huge hit.
I was surprised. I thought I had hit him way too high, but I guess it was enough to be able to bring him down. Props to that kid. That kid's amazing. I watched him throughout film. He's a beast, absolute athlete, and he's a tough kid.
Says a ton about you, then, Garrett, delivering that hit and others that, again, helped set the tone on defense for Snowflake in this one. Now, normally you get a hit like that, and both those hits you're describing right there, probably the two biggest hits tonight for Snowflake, certainly among the biggest hits. And I thought for sure you would get the wood, right? The wood that the team votes on and gives out at the end of every game for a big hit. Mm-hmm. But you didn't get the wood, so explain where that went.
So I actually got it the week we played Winslow, and here we are not allowed to get it twice, so it's always somebody new. And Jacob Wagner was able to get it, which he deserves it. That kid put on a show today, and he helped us so much in the backfield.
Yeah, he delivered, among other things, a big quarterback sack late in the game that helped seal the victory for the team. Certainly deserving of it, for sure. He delivered some big hits, but we remember your open field hit for sure on one of the Thatcher receivers. A great job tonight. You move on now. You guys are going to face Valley Christian. Give me your thoughts on a rematch. They beat you in week 1 of the season, and now you get to go down to the Valley and battle the Trojans one more time.
We were actually hoping that we would meet them because that loss, that really hurt us, but it also really helped us. We're going to need to work on quite a bit of things. They're a great team. They are great at passing. They are tough kids. They're great at running the ball. And we're going to hopefully come out with a win next week, but we'll see. We're going to have a really good week of practice. We're going to have our focus on point every single day. The energy cannot drop. And we'll just have to continue to work.
If the Lobos play as physical as you did today, takeaways, 4 interceptions. If you play that kind of football next Saturday, it'll be tough to beat this Lobos team, but you've got to bring your A game, don't you?
Yeah, I agree. The quarterback there, he's really good, so we're hoping to be able to play topside and come down on those balls, so we'll see.
All right, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game tonight, Garrett, and I do appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You betcha. Garrett Flake right there delivered some big hits, this guy right here. That's a lot going on in there. Folks, they say it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog, and nobody exemplifies that better than number 1 right there, Garrett Flake. What a game tonight that he helped deliver for the Snowflake Lobos in victory. 44-13, they knock off Thatcher. Snowflake moves on to the next round, to the semifinals. Thank you for joining us for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. We continue to shoot some video here live from Snowflake High School, everybody. Thank you to our radio audience that continues on with us this evening, and those watching and listening online as well on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel and the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page. By the way, we're giving out a sizable cash prize if you will go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. If we reach a certain number, there's a pretty sizable cash prize awaiting you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. All right, so there is that. And now we've got our next, how are we doing on framing? Are we good? You want them in any tighter, or we're good? All right. Let's continue on, everybody. Welcome in to Snowflake High School tonight on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Snowflake comes up with a quarterfinal playoff win over the Thatcher Eagles. Final score in this one, 44-13, as the Lobos close out their home schedule. Unscheduled, of course, in the postseason, but they got a chance to play 2 games, finishing in the top 4 of the seeding, and they made the most of it. Last week, a win over Monument Valley, and tonight they take down Thatcher. Final score 44-13. Folks, my name is Floyd Simmons, and I'm joined by one of the Sports Zone Radio's co-players of the game tonight. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, the hospital in Springerville, joining us to present the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. Thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And it's the quarterback here joining me now, Caden Cantrell, who threw for 189 yards and also threw 3 touchdowns today. Did not throw an interception, stayed clean there, and helped lead his team to victory. Caden Cantrell joins us as one of the players of the game. Caden, congratulations on a big win tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it, but it's an honor being a player of the Sports Zone, whatever, with Garrett.
That's exactly what it is. The whatever is the player of the game. Let me ask you about that teammate of yours, okay? I mean, big things come in small packages sometimes, okay? And Garrett Flake is listed, I think, at 130 pounds, something like that. Boy, I tell you, this guy came in and he brought the pain tonight on Thatcher, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I'm so glad he's on my team because I would not want him hitting me. I'm big, but he figures out a way to use his weight correctly.
Yeah, it's all about leverage, isn't it? It's about mechanics. It's about physics, and nobody does it better than Garrett Flake, and he joins you as player of the game. Well, for you tonight, 189 yards passing. Some timely completions for you out there in that second half, hooking up with Noah Baum a couple of times on touchdowns, and you threw 3 touchdowns in total today. How did you feel about the job you delivered today for the Lobos?
Personally, I think it was more of a team win. Like, I just did my job. I started off really slow, but the line gave me the time I needed. And once I've gotten my groove, we were all in the same groove, and then we just went up from there.
Well, speaking of getting the time you need to throw, one of the issues that you did face today, frankly speaking, is you were sacked, I think, 3 times, may have even been 4 times. Thatcher was able to get to you with some pressure. Again, at least 3 quarterback sacks. You go back a couple of weeks ago, Sholo sacked you 7 times. Is there some concern there with the team? Is there a protection issue that you guys are working on? Is it a matter of getting the ball out sooner? What's the answer to the fact that there's been some pressure there?
It's me not getting the ball out fast enough. The line, they only have so much time, and I got to get it out faster. I trust them every single day, and I know I show up, I give my all, they're going to give their all, and it's on me to get the ball out quicker.
Yeah, gotcha. Your running backs delivered well today. First, let's talk about Camden Brimhall. I think 127 yards rushing, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of touchdowns for him. An 80-yard touchdown run as he just pierced that defense for your team and did a great job. Showed his speed as he grabbed another gear running away from the defender at the end of that run. Camden delivered today, did a great job.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing watching. I shouldn't be watching him run, but when I watch him run, it's amazing. He's got great feet, the line open big holes, and when he decides to, he's fast. He's real fast.
Yeah, certainly. And then there's another guy waiting in the wings to take over, perhaps maybe take over next year as the guy leading that rushing attack. Certainly he's going to be in contention for that. He's only a sophomore now. Jet McCrae, he's getting more and more and more action. We saw him a lot tonight. Caught the ball from you a couple of times. Ran the ball terrific. Got into the end zone. I believe he got into the end zone. Hey, Jet McCrae is a star waiting to happen, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He amazes me every day. He's getting better every day. If he just keeps working hard, he'll be an amazing junior and senior year.
Let me ask you about the guys on the other side of the ball. Your defense did a great job today. 4 interceptions, 4 takeaways. That was huge. That was big in the outcome of the game. And it was 4 different defensive backs out there that got it done. Braden Lewis with an interception. Jace LeSueur had the first one today. Garrett Flake, we talked to him. He had an interception. And Rhett Wengert got votes for the player of the game from one of our staffers here at Sports Zone Radio because he had an interception and he deflected and caused another one. I think it was the Braden Lewis interception. Great job by Rhett. How about the job your defense did today?
Oh, I'm so glad they're on my team because if I had to deal with them, I'd be throwing picks all the time. But they work in. We battle each other all day. We, Braden Lewis, It's a clown. That's inside. He's a clown. And we just go at each other. We make each other better every day, and it's nice to be able to play the best defense in 3A.
All right, you get a chance to face off with Valley Christian one more time. They got the best of you back in week one, and you individually, I'm sure you have a score to settle with the Trojans, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I threw that game away, I'll be honest. It was on me, and I'm coming back for revenge because they were cocky, and I know that we are a better team. I'm more mature, our team's more mature, and we're ready for this week.
Ready for them. All right, well, we're ready for the action as well. We'll be there with a radio broadcast next week at Campo Verde High School. We wish you the best. Congratulations, Sports on Radio Player of the Game, Caden Cantrell, and it's always fun to see you, and a great win for you and the guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. Caden Cantrell. Along with Garrett Flake, the Sports Zone Radio Players of the Game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. That's the hospital in Springerville. We want to thank them for joining us as a part of our marketing and advertising team now here at Sports Zone Radio. And the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Snowflake takes down Thatcher 44-13. All right, thank you to Caden Cantrell. And a big thank you as well to Garrett Flake. Those two players of the game. And we've got one last post-game segment to deliver to you, folks. And that is our discussion with the head coach of Snowflake, who joins us now. Final check-in here tonight from Snowflake High School, everybody. And tonight, a quarterfinal playoff victory for the Lobos as they knock off Thatcher. Final score 44-13. Floyd Simmons welcoming you back in one more time, everybody. Do look for our other video and our interviews with the players of the game, with Caden Cantrell, the quarterback for Snowflake, and with a great defender and a guy with a lot of dynamite in a small package. I'm talking about Garrett Flake. Had a great game tonight for Snowflake. Those two guys, the co-players of the game here at Sports Zone Radio. Players of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Well, Hatch Toyota brings you the Sports Zone Radio game of the week, and tonight Snowflake beat Thatcher 44-13. I welcome you back, and I welcome in as well the head coach of the Snowflake Lobos. His name is Kay Solomon. Coach Solomon, welcome in. Congratulations.
Thanks, Floyd. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we just talked to the players of the game, and to be honest with you, when we were running down kind of just a look at all the potential candidates representing the Lobos tonight, there were a lot of guys that delivered big games. We could have gone a number of directions with the players of the game. We ended up giving it to two guys. But, again, a number of others could have participated in that. You have to be proud overall at the team factor in winning this game today.
Absolutely. That's what we set out to do with this team, build depth, have a lot of depth, rely on a lot of depth week in and week out. And, there have been times where we've questioned that, at different positions. We've thought about doing some different things, but we've stuck with it, and it's definitely paying off here at the end of the season. And you're right, Caden, Garrett, great games tonight. How many other guys were in the running for that too? That you can put Noah in there, you can put Camden in there, you can put Tony Munoz in there, Jacob Wagner, Matthew Brimhall. Braden Lewis, I could, Rhett, just keep going on and on and on and on. And, I'm happy because I think to continue to move on and be successful, I think that's what it's going to take for us to do that.
Speaking with head coach Kay Solomon of Snowflake and a victory over Thatcher, I don't know that the Eagles have been beaten like that. That's a great and proud football program at Thatcher. I just don't know that they've faced a loss like this in a very long time. It speaks to, in my opinion, where your team is right now, how good you're playing football here, and peaking like last year at exactly the right time, Coach. Are you playing your best football right now?
Well, I hope not. I hope we take it to another level next week and manage to, make good on we had a rough start to the season down in the Valley, and Valley Christian's a good football team, but we're headed the right direction. These guys keep getting better every week, and they do it because they come in and they work and they grind every week. They we move things around on them. This week we practiced twice out here at 7 o'clock under the lights to get a little more used to, game time and colder temperatures and things like that. I imagine we'll have the early game next week. We'll probably move some practices into the afternoon earlier and probably make our guys suit up like they're in the wrestling room or something and try to get ready for that heat. It almost did us in last year in the semifinals, and so we got to make sure that we're ready for what we're going into down in the valley this week.
It's like it's like one of those tumblers that keeps cold things cold and hot things hot. You get to face the extremes between now and next week, but I'm sure that you're happy to have that opportunity, Coach, to continue on and continue playing. How about the relative health of your team? Lance Christensen, we saw him. I didn't expect to see him get reps out on the field as early as he did tonight, but for whatever reason, you felt like you had to get him out on the field, and you did. And Lance, who broke his thumb not long ago, got casted recently. He was out on the field for you. You had to feel good getting Dustin Newby back. He went down late in the game, and I'd certainly love to hear a status report on Dustin and how he's doing for you.
Well, I hope he'll be okay. He's had a shoulder, and he's had shoulder issues all through his time playing football, and so we hope that I know what he'll want to do. He'll want to play no matter where he's at, but. That ankle had him off the field for a few weeks, but hopefully he'll be okay. That's the best update I can give you.
Sure.
Like I said, these are some recurring injuries that he's had, but we'll definitely do our best to have him ready. Coach Lynn Johnson does a great job with training him and helping him out with these injuries, and Chad Brimhall also, and Dr. Chad Squire. So they get the best care, and some of our other Summit doctors from around the mountain, so they do a great job helping us out. And Lance, I guess you got to give credit to Thatcher. We probably wouldn't have let Lance play tonight if we felt like we didn't want to need him out there on the field, but Thatcher came out and drove the ball down the field and made us use him, and I'm sure Lance is glad for that.
Early success by the Eagles leads to Lance getting an opportunity to play. Coach, the running game, the running attack, 127-ish yards for Camden. Brimhall, a couple of touchdowns rushing for Camden on the game tonight. Clearly he deserves, some accolades. An 80-yard touchdown run tonight for Camden. Beautifully put together, and just a great job up front by your guys, giving him that opportunity to get to open field. So can we get a word on the running attack, Camden? And what about the sophomore? How about Jet McCray getting more and more involved in your offense and really doing a great job for you today?
Yeah, Camden, he probably would have gone for 200 if his shirt, maybe his jersey was just a little bit tighter, because he got caught just by the jersey a couple other times where he would have gone big. Camden's got speed. He's quick. He's strong. Deceptively strong for the size that he is, and he's an Iron Man. Ever since he's been a freshman in our program, he's been a staple on the scout team running the ball, freshman against varsity kids, and giving them a good look just like that. And he's just gotten better and better and better every year. Jet. I'll call Jet the secret weapon that we finally unleashed in full tonight. You've seen glimpses of him through the season, and we're with J.J. Lerma going down a while back, and we've been working Jet in and getting him involved in this offense and caught up on some things, and he's there now. He's right up to speed with everything, and Jet's an explosive player. Reminds me a lot of his cousin Trevor, both in his personality and remember Trevor from back in our 2014 team.
Sure.
And just a lot like him personality-wise, but he's probably 20-30 pounds heavier already, and got that same speed, and most importantly the same attitude. He just runs with authority and finishes runs, and Jet's going to be a really good football player.
Coach Solomon, I know that you have a particular fondness for guys that wear jerseys number 50 and above. You kind of like those kind of guys. And your guys in the trenches had a tall order, playing probably the biggest offense and defensive lines that they faced this year. Is that?
I think that's safe to say. I hope so. I hope there's nobody out there that has bigger kids than that up front.
How about those guys wearing the Snowflake colors and the numbers, like I said, 50 to 79. How did you like their performances tonight?
I think they stepped up, and they did a great job on both sides of the ball. Defensively, we had to we definitely had to get used to that size. That first drive, they managed to throw the ball a little bit, but then they just run straight at us, and guys had to learn how to handle those big blocks coming at them. And they're not just big bodies; they're good linemen. They're pretty good blockers, and so it took our guys a little bit to get to catch up on that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, our center weighs 160, 170 pounds, and he's going up against a 300-pounder on the other side of him. But Crew's getting it done there, and Slade Fish is not much bigger than Crew, and those guys, they just work and they grind. Justin Saminsky and Clayton Smith and Bryce White, they work and they just get the job done. And you got to give credit to their coaches too. Coach Rickardson on the offensive line, Coach Peterson with the defensive line. They get those guys ready to play week in and week out. And we knew this one was going to be a challenge, and the key was going to be in the trenches there. Honestly, my thought process going into this week was that we were not going to have that kind of success running off tackle or through the middle. I figured we were going to have to hit the edges and get the ball out on the edges, and we were trying that early on, and it wasn't working as well as when we finally ran Camden up the middle, and there he went. So I guess it's good to be wrong, and when you're wrong in that way.
Yeah. Great job by the guys up front for Snowflake in this one. Coach Solomon, Valley Christian. That's up next for you.
Absolutely. A talented team, very, very good quarterback, very good running back, some good receivers, some athletic kids. We match up better with them than we have in years past with teams like that. Some of the private schools in the Valley that have some real athletic defensive backs with height and speed. So definitely match up better than we have in the past, but we're going to have to get ready. I mean, obviously we're not the team that went down there and played them back in August, but they're better too. They've got a season under their belt, and so it's going to be a tough matchup. But we're going to get to work tonight on how to game plan for that.
Well, Coach, by the time we get to your game next Saturday at Campo Verde, you'll be the one remaining White Mountains team, that we've got left. St. John's is knocked out. Round Valley got defeated by Yuma Catholic tonight, Friday night, and by the time a lot of people are watching this video, if they don't catch it early on Saturday, Muggion will be finished. We expect that Muggion would probably have collected a state championship at the 1A level, and that'll leave Snowflake. That's it. Next Saturday. The one representative of the White Mountains. So now you're representing all of us, all of the Sholo fans, the Blue Ridge fans, the Round Valley fans. Our hopes are pinned on the Snowflake Lobos in the semifinals, Coach.
And last year after we won that, I loved hearing from coaches around the mountain. They loved that. Obviously, they wanted to be there in our place, but the fact that the championship came back up this way, and now we battle. It's us against the metro school, so I guess you could call it. Everybody else is from more of a metro area, and I think the odds are stacked against us in some ways. But I'll put my money on this team. These are a great bunch of kids, a great bunch of coaches that we're working with. They get the job done. They work hard. They coach them hard all week long, and the kids are responding to that. And the hallmark of last year and so far what we're seeing this year is they just keep working harder and harder and harder instead of letting off and slacking off here at the end of the season when things are hard and the grind gets tougher and the temperatures get colder. They just come in and they work. They let us coach them. They do what we ask them to do, and so I'm proud of them. We had a great team meeting last week and had a lot of them get a chance to stand up and kind of share their thoughts and their feelings towards their teammate and towards what being a football player here in Snowflake means to them. And I told them after that was done that it's a successful season already. They've gotten what they need to out of football as far as learning some life lessons about how to be a teammate and how to support and how to love your brothers and be a brother. And So I'm proud of them in that way, but we're definitely not done playing football.
Good stuff, Coach Solomon. Listen, next week we're all Lobos. We're all Lobos here from Northeast Arizona. Will y'all join me and the rest of us in this endeavor, folks? Become fans of this great Snowflake team that gets a chance to go to the semifinals again. Congratulations on a big win tonight. Good win for you over Thatcher, and we wish you the best as you continue on, okay?
Thank you. And, hey, just a shout-out to Muggy on Go Mustangs. I hope Coach Salmon, Coach Tenney, and the crew out there takes care of business tomorrow. I think they will. In fact, I think if they had enough guys to play 11-man, they'd be giving us a run for our money this year. So good luck to Muggy on this weekend.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Kay Solomon of the Snowflake Lobos. They win tonight, 44-13 over Thatcher in the 3A state quarterfinals here in 2021. And up next for Snowflake, Valley Christian. A rematch with Valley Christian, the only team to beat Snowflake this season, and a chance for the Lobos to exact some revenge. That's next Saturday in the semifinals at Campo Verde High School. For the entire crew, Floyd Simmons thanking you for joining us. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. So there's our video. Look for the video coming up soon, very, very soon, everybody. and that is just about it. I held that cough in for quite a while, and I'm glad I finally get a chance to let it out just a little bit. Folks, been an awesome night tonight in Snowflake. Our final home football broadcast up here in the White Mountains this season. Next up will be a radio broadcast for us at Sports Zone Radio next Saturday in the semifinals. We'll cover the Snowflake Lobos, everyone, and no more video, no more live video. We'll have our highlights packages as always. Derek will shoot that game for us, and we'll have some good video after the game, but nothing live from this point forward. If you want to watch the live video, remember to get an NFHS subscription before next Saturday so that you can watch the live video as it's presented by the NFHS. Costs $10 a month. Watch unlimited games in that month span, but $10 is what it costs you to subscribe to NFHS. So go there. I think it's nfhs.org, if I'm not mistaken. But you'll find it because you know how to do the Google it, don't you? So there is that. Hey, listen, we got some basketball tomorrow from Tucson here at Sports Zone Radio. We got a game tomorrow night. 7 o'clock tip-off. We'll get on the air at about 6:45. That's a game that you can hear on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. And you can also watch it on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel, Sports Zone Radio Facebook page. Northland Basketball will be at Pima Community College. The Aztecs, Pima Community College, happens to have a number of lady basketball players that come from the north, come from our area. A couple of Page basketball players, a player from Holbrook High School as well, play on that roster. And they have invited us. They asked us, would we come down and cover that game? It's in honor of Indigenous Peoples Day is what it is. And so we're going to go down to Pima Community College for that broadcast tomorrow night. We invite you to join us here at Sports on Radio for that. Hey, by the way, there's a couple of men basketball players from the North. Cooper Burbank is on that team, and I believe Quinn Adazun, if I'm not mistaken, is also on that same Pima Aztec basketball team as well. But we'll cover the ladies tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here at Sports on Radio, so do join us for that. Also, if you will subscribe, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, Sports on Radio YouTube channel, if we can reach 5,000 subscribers by next Saturday night, if we reach 5,000 subscribers, folks, we are going to give away $500 in cash. The minimum we'll give away is $100. So if we don't reach the 5,000, for all of our existing and new subscribers, we'll draw a name out of the hat, and we'll still give away $100. That's no small bit of money, right? That'll almost fill your gas tank if you've got a small tank. But if we can get to 5,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, that's $500 cash we'll give away to perhaps you. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe our Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel, if you would, please. I want to say a big thank you to our entire broadcast team tonight, and a great team it is, led by Derek Simmons, our producer. And the incomparable camera work that Derek provides as well. He leads that video team. And a great job tonight. Derek, want to thank our technical directors as well. We had a pair of those tonight sharing that duty. Noah Anderson doing a great job for us tonight, as well as Joe Mama, Big Joe Matthews, working as a technical director on our broadcast here this evening on this one. Big thank you as well to camera operator Fernando Quintana. He's just turning into one of the best out there. Fernando, great job as always. Great team guy, team player, and just a valued member of our broadcast team as well, and our statistician on this one, the lovely Sonia Simmons, doing such a great job as she always does. And I want to say thank you to my broadcast partner, Patrick Austin, as well. Thank you for covering for me, doing play-by-play a couple of times this year so that I could go off and do some other things. And it was a much-needed bit of help from Patrick Austin. And tonight, helping to analyze the game for us. Thank you, Patrick. For the entire team, Floyd Simmons, thanking you for joining us. Reminding you, final score tonight. Snowflake has defeated Thatcher in the quarterfinals. 44-13, Snowflake on now to face Valley Christian in the semis. And until next time, for the entire crew, I want to say God bless you, and we'll see you very, very soon with more Sports Zone Radio coverage and the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Good night, everybody, from Snowflake High School.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.